And we're live.
Yes, we are. Ho, 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 Merry Saturday, right? Is it Friday anywhere still? No. Impossible.
No.
I'm
It's
sad that we...
It's very late on Sunday in Australia already.
Fair point.
Monday is 420, so buy your weed now.
Yeah.
It's a special time of year in young men's life. Oh, what's up, you beautiful freaks, you lovely, lovely Linux-loving miscreants. We're back for another Linux GameCast Weekly.
Episode 400, man.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you... I thought you were going to remind me. This is how you remind me?
This is how you remind me. Yes.
Of what I really am.
Who sung
Yeah,
that?
Bickleneck.
Nickelback.
Oh, that's what my brain was like. No.
I like the one where it's just like, look at this graph.
Yes, it's like a minute and 43. Yeah.
And it's just like a bar chart.
So we just finished up with the pre Super Susan, and
we started the show proper with Nickelback.
We did, but we started work on a parody song involving gravy, so it's gonna be nice. Stay tuned for that. We do have quite a show for you tonight. You know, all things considered, yeah. How's everybody doing? Are you staying at home? Are you being safe? Are we still socially distancing? I know Jordan was upset. He was like, "This tree's bullshit. So is this screaming hole thing."
It wasn't even a screaming hole. They call it a fucking screaming hole, and it doesn't scream. I feel ripped off. I want my money back.
That's why it says no refunds right before you get there to the screaming hole. It's asterisks and mice print.
Yeah,
may not scream.
That's what it screams. No refunds.
I might have been in like South Carolina or I was in the mountain area just driving around. I bought some new tires, and I was in, man, better hope the car doesn't die no south, that area. And I found a tunnel. It wasn't like I was peeling, it was paved, and it started going into a mountain. And of course, I'm like, let's get out and walk in there because there's clear. It just ended. It was like bricked up, like you could drive a train through, and they just fucked off. Maybe half a click into a mountain. Like, nah, it's good.
Good enough. We did a tunnel.
It genuinely felt like I just don't know what happened.
Oh, wait a second. They're not going to pay us? All right. Board that up. We're out.
Oh, David Tennant is apparently doing the Chew movie or a TV show. Chew's fun. It's about a cop who has to eat dead bodies because when he eats them, he learns how they die.
Oh. Did you ever watch, it's on Netflix, there was a Henry Rollins zombie movie.
No.
Yeah, it's like a father-daughter movie where he's kind of an estranged dad, but, you know, just so, it's like as a side jack, he's also a zombie. He has to eat flesh, consume flesh. Yeah. I just started watching it because it was Henry Rollins, and it was, hey, Henry Rollins is in a movie. And like 20 minutes in, he's like gnawing on a leg. Like, okay. Guess I was not paying attention. Let's back this up a minute. $400.
Yeah,
Man, that movie gave everyone some like weird expectations of Spartan.
I fell asleep during that movie. Like, seriously.
I didn't.
I don't know. The two times that I saw that movie, I was drunk out of my ass. So.
I don't watch that movie because I want to go do sit-ups and stuff.
I mean, or you could just like airbrush the abs onto you. That's what they did.
You can get. You should look at some of the workout regimens those guys went through, man. That was to get prepped for the movie. It was pretty brutal. You can get ab implants. Don't Google that, kids.
I'm sure you can.
They look exactly like you would expect.
Now I kind of want to see them.
Yeah, you do.
And then you got to look at the ab implant like failures. Like you know when like some facial plastic surgery goes horribly wrong. I want to see like Abdominal implants from Dr. Steinbrech in New York.
Steinbrech. It is a Lexi, guys. Hey man, it's a great time to, if you're stuck at home, lift some weights, do some running, all that fun stuff. But if you get like ab implants, be like, hey man, can you put them on my back? Why? Just don't ask questions. Just do what I do. Here's money.
Dude, abs are made in the kitchen. That's the sad truth. You can do as many crunches as you want. You're not gonna get a 6-pack. It's all body fat ratio.
What? Oh. Push notifications. How did we ever live without them?
We have to like check stuff.
I keep them disabled.
I don't have that option.
The only thing that blares out is my work phone because, yeah, if something happens, I need to know, but that's about it.
It doesn't work at this point. Simply because if I disable push notifications, I would just regularly be going to individual applications to check if I have notifications.
Which means you just forget, and you don't after a while.
Between
which is where I
YouTube,
am.
Twitter, and email, if I get up in the morning and I cut on one of my tablets, and if I can see anything across the... I need to screenshot that one morning. It's insane.
Just the crowded status bar.
It goes all the way across, man, and they're all stacked. That's usually after I get done running. I come back, and that's 15, 20 minutes of seeing if there might be a important thing in there.
One relevant comment.
Yeah, ish. It's like panning for gold. Have you ever panned for gold, Jordan?
Have I ever panned for gold?
Pan for gold or jewels or silver?
Yes, we had to do that in grade school.
It's a school requirement.
It was like a field trip. They're just like, hey, we're going to this river. We're going to pan for golds. And so we did.
I stopped at a place and they just give you a basket and some dirt and they go sift through it. And then like garnets and yeah. I found a sapphire. That was kind of cool. I don't know if it's
What was
worth
it?
anything.
Was it like a 480 or something, or like a?
What? There's a rock, man.
Good video card reference there, Jordan.
Hey.
Are we? Yeah, we are starting up with that. Okay. So we're at two. What? What?
Just Linux Neurus comment. Thanks to the governor of New York, it's illegal to go out without a mask. A typical Jewish school requirement.
What? What?
Jordan, did you go to Jewish school?
I did not, but I know I have friends who did, and they did not
Did
have
they
to
have to wear
masks.
masks?
They did. They did not.
You escaped most of that, man. I think you got like some summer camps.
Yeah,
right?
I well, so I wanted to go to the Jewish high school because like that's where a bunch of my friends were going, but instead I went to a special needs high school because I'm a special needy person.
I'm just imagining like a secondary school where everyone's just particularly needy. Like,
Yeah.
hi. Hello.
Everyone's just a little bit too clingy.
That's cool.
I don't know. These days, I'm not so much for the religious indoctrination. I remember like, so I was talking with those guys, and they like went on a field trip to like Israel. I was like, oh yeah, we remember all the marching and the flag waving and the song singing. I'm like, man, this sounds like a fucking cult. They're like straight up indoctrinating you, and he's like, oh yeah, they were fucking straight up indoctrinating us.
It's clearly not a cult. The founder's dead.
Yeah, it's true. That's the difference between a cult and a religion.
That's also how ontology became a religion. No,
exactly. Your crazies just got to outlive you.
400.
400.
I would say it feels just like yes, but no. We've earned it.
400.
That's one more than 399. Who saw this coming?
Yeah.
This is a surprise.
That's 850s.
I really wish we could say we've grown and matured as a podcast. We haven't.
No.
No. Man, I want to believe that they're real and they were just really delicious.
Dude, unicorns exist. They're just fat and gray, and we call them rhinos.
Well, if you believe in evolution, man, they became narwhals, right?
I don't know. I played a lot of Pokemon. I've never seen a horse evolve into a whale.
This is because you didn't put enough lightning in it.
I thought it happened the other way around. It's like they came out from the ocean and became mammals.
No, you staple some Uno cards to it and electrocute it. That's how you.
Wait.
Okay.
So
it's science, man.
If unicorns and narwhals are the same animal, does that mean that like the unicorn horde is just like a tooth? Just a super specialized tooth?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That grew up through their forehead.
Also great with gravy.
So apparently there was like this is like some RTIL bullshit, so I have no idea if it's true or not. But like apparently there was a farmer who actually like manipulated like the horns of bulls and like sheep and whatnot to make unicorns. And apparently like almost universally they started like getting established as like pack leaders.
Just because I watched this documentary very recently, the Viking population, they hunted narwhal, the horns, on in Greenland and sold them to European aristocrats. I mean, it's still in like some scepters and as unicorn horns.
Seems about right.
Yeah. Like the ivory trade, they did that. Then they did like the walruses, the elephant. Whatever they're called.
Elephant seals as mermaids.
Seals, yeah.
Yes.
They sold that tusk, but then by that time trade had opened up with Eurasia, and they had.
I thought we've always been at war with Eurasia. Elephant tusk.
That was a great commercial for its time.
Yeah.
It was.
The squatty potty.
We'll give everyone a Reddit pro tip. Stay the fuck off 20 years ago today.
That's when you feel old, right?
Yeah, I think that's just an alias for I feel old.
I started following that a long time ago. Just like, oh, it'll always be an interesting. No, dude. Ooh.
It's just depressing.
Yes.
When you cross 30 and you start to run into things that you remember very fondly, it's like, oh shit, I'm old.
I remember that.
Dude, a while ago I went on a date with a girl who's like 10 years younger than me, and then I had a reference to something, and she's like, yeah, that's the year I was born. I'm like, ugh.
You know what? That's called the appropriate reaction, Jordan. Good on you.
Yes.
Wesley Crusher. He was on Twitch earlier.
Yeah.
He is 47?
Mm-hmm. How old is Frakes?
Oh, man. I don't know. 48?
Jonathan Frakes, he's 67.
How old is this man? Then 100 miles in that boy.
I mean, he looks like a 67-year-old dude. Swinging his legs over chairs to sit down on them.
Do you know who doesn't?
Michael Dorn?
I was going to say Ronald McDonald, but yes. Clowns are immortal.
Aren't they the harbingers of something?
Good times and fun for all, Pedro.
They're the harbingers of circuses. I think that No, I don't think anyone's gonna contest that statement.
That's what we need, a family-sized unicorn. Can we get one with 4-wheel drive?
A four-door unicorn?
Yeah, man. Be great.
I mean, so what's the fuel economy on those unicorns, though? Like, what's the MPG?
Depends on how many times you want to use it.
I mean, like, I want to get some use out of my unicorn, right? I don't like buying unicorns and just keeping them in the garage.
See, you can't hot rod a unicorn if you want to use it a lot. This is not practical.
Can't put a giant spoiler on your unicorn.
Oh, we learned this. Speaking of fanny packs, we can now do fanny packs.
Sweet.
I have no idea what to put on a fanny pack.
Can we make them look like butt cheeks? So it looks like you have a double butt.
Like one really little tiny like mini butt?
Yeah, just on top of your butt.
You're supposed to wear, your fanny pack up front like a cool person.
Yeah,
Where
so
your
then you can have
fanny
a
is. Yes.
Yeah, but then you can have a front butt.
I meant to go looking around. I wonder if they make like, I'm sure they do, but like legitimate BDSM looking black leather spiked fanny packs.
Okay, I'm gonna Google search BDSM fanny pack.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
I mean, just look up goth fanny pack. It'll probably do.
Edgelord fanny pack.
I'm disappointed.
Aw.
Yeah, 3 weeks is usually how long it takes for your body to stop craving.
Oh
stuff.
shit. Vintage fanny packs.
There's
a market for that.
That's a lot more tame than I was in.
Right, like
Yeah.
spiky fanny pack. Apparently,
Yeah, so I just
Etsy
want
has
spikes.
them.
There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Why does that look like a cut piece?
Because it is.
It looks extremely cheaply made. What it looks like.
Yeah. They got.
See, it's not that I would be against owning that, but it would have to be of higher quality. There we go. Misfits. That's good. I think we can get on the road. Do a little bio break.
Yes.
Anybody needs to
Oh shit.
hide your
Rainbow
pants?
spiked fanny packs.
That looks like RGB, bruh.
Yeah.
If you handed me that, I would say, does it come with a 3-pin header?
It might.
What do I need to power this? 5
Right.
volts or 12?
Correct.
Well, no. See what you do is you plug it into your fanny, and then it powers it. You gotta have the power fanny though.
The friction.
Power fanny 9000.
I think the last time I wore a fanny pack was when it was a school field trip, so you know that it was at least more than 15 years ago. Fuck me. And we couldn't take our backpacks for some reason. So, yeah. Fanny pack. You haven't lived then, Basil? I don't know.
I'm still here. I just got nothing to say.
Pardon?
Pardon?
No, see, that's Jordan's problem. He hasn't been exercising lately.
No, I have. I actually started up again.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an accountability buddy now, so I'm gonna go do gonna go find an empty parking lot tomorrow and do car pushes.
Sing us a song in Portuguese. How about no?
Sing me a song, you're a Portuguese. Do me wrong, you're still Portuguese.
I was going to say sing the Doom song, but close enough.
Doom, da da doom, doom, da doom.
Doomy, doomy, doom, doomy, doom, doom.
It's off Pedro's new album, Mongoose Dog.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
I'd just like to say the thoughts and opinions expressed by Pedro Mateus do not necessarily reflect those.
Lynn, Piano Man is totally about a gay bar. What are you talking about?
What are we talking about? Like, sing me a song?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, in my head canon, it's about a gay bar.
All right.
Mm.
I think we're good.
It was the gay bar that the Electric Six wanted to take you to.
But do you have any money? I want
Wow.
to spend all your money.
Listening to Billy
At the
Joel
gay bar.
Yep.
on Billy Joel CDs. Yeah. See, it all comes together in like the extended universe.
Let's do this. Episode 400 incoming. And welcome back to another Linux GameCast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. This week, we're still stuck at home, all alone, having a good time, chasing penguins in our dreams. Hey, I'm Vince Stone. That's Jordan Sving. Pedro Mateus, you at home
Damn.
watching us live, helping us form Cocaine Voltron. So, what's new, Pedro? You were on a show, man. I saw you.
was.
You were doing a thing, and I didn't understand. Like, okay, first off, Spanish and Portuguese have some similar words
Yes. Some.
because I found myself picking out a few. I'm like, I think I know what that. Oh, I know what Microsoft mean. Okay, Linux. I heard Linux.
Yeah, no, if for some reason you find yourself watching this show and going, I wish they were talking in Portuguese, then go watch Linux Tech, because, yeah. And I was on there this Monday. The episode only came out, I think, like the fully edited audio version came out on Wednesday or Thursday, something like that. And yeah, it's available. It's there. You could go watch the video version or just listen to the audio version, whichever one you prefer. And I also have a new interface that I'm currently speaking into. But yeah, no, that too was an adventure that required me to install Windows 10 on a laptop and then install 7-zip in Windows 10 to open up an exe file to pull 2 DLLs so that I could run the firmware updater, only to have it say that it failed to update the firmware, and then when I tell it again to check which version of the firmware is...
Back up
Okay.
for a second.
All right, fine,
You
fine,
have-
fine.
You have to install Windows to use 7-zip. What?
No. I had to install Windows to be able to run the bit of software that is required to update the firmware on this thing. But in order to run that software, I had to install 7-zip and extract the 2 DLLs necessary from the setup file for Visual Studio 2003, which Windows 10, whenever you try to install it, it just goes, no, you're not installing that. And so I pulled those 2 DLLs out, I ran the thing, and it said, failed to apply the firmware update. So I'm like, oh crap, did I brick it?
You'll like this part.
But then I closed it, I opened it again, I told it to check the version that the interface was running. It's like, oh, it's already on the latest version of the firmware. It's like, oh,
No,
so
see,
you
What
did
Pedro
install.
Mateus accomplished was an IRL task failed successfully.
I was literally just
Yes.
gonna say, yeah, it's a task fail successfully. All right.
That was my week.
I had a good time. I'd never seen somebody so. You knew Pedro was on a mission because I saw the two pictures that show up in our Discord. He's like, the lights are on. Ah.
Yes.
But nobody's home.
Oh man, that was brilliant. What's new with
Like
you,
my
Jay?
brain.
Like I was mentioning before, I got an accountability now, so now I gotta try and like work out every day for like half an hour just to like keep my fucking sanity. I don't know. I still miss barbell training, man.
Oh,
I
man.
need to. That's what's going on with me, trying to keep a tenuous grip on reality before I go completely lemon.
Right on. Really, the only exciting thing that's been going on, I had a little bit of extra time. I've been entertained by this disappearing, reappearing FedEx package. If you've been following the shows. It was supposed to be here last Tuesday. We're kind of at the point where there's no point in calling UPS, FedEx, USPS, anybody. Royal Mail, just forget it. They'll definitely tell you there's other things at hand. But I was surprised. It disappeared Tuesday, leaving California, and it has reappeared in this particular state. But I have no idea. I thought it'd been lost. It was like a $35 thing. Whatever, but yeah, pretty dull around here. Also, I kind of got our audio system working, but more on that at 11. We need to find out how the horse is doing on this fantastic 400th edition of Linux Gamecast.
Well, to stop the spread of COVID in the Steam Linux update of the week, we have hermetically sealed the remains of the horse
And it's dead.
in a plexiglass box that we have placed at the bottom of the ocean, and now it's taken over Atlantis. It's the Steam
Linux
Update.
Boop. Hey, Proton.
Yes. So, new version of Proton, which I only realized that there was a new version of Proton out because it's like Steam was, there's a new version of Proton that's been scheduled to be downloaded on the 27th of April, 2020. It's like, how about you just download it now?
Nah.
Like, right
Can't do
now.
Oh, wouldn't that be such a delightfully dick move if they were like, nah.
It's like
well,
you're never starting the Proton app itself, by itself.
No.
So
I want
Steam
them to do
just
it like
delays.
preloading games. I wanted to sit there and encrypt it.
No, yeah. No. Yeah, no, just cues the update just to tease you. Like, yeah, there's an update coming.
Yeah.
What's in it? Oh.
Question mark.
But yeah, version 5.0-6, which, among other things, fixes Fallout 3 hanging on launch, as well as Panzer Corps, which both of those games, if I'm not mistaken, were Windows games for Windows Live games. So I'm wondering if they just disabled X-Live DLL in WineCFG out of the box now. They've also improved the Rockstar launcher appearance. What?
It was ugly, and then they gave it a facelift. I don't know. Valve continues to
Flip
support
that
like
out. I want to
the
see it at the end of the episode.
Valve continues to support the 2 VR users on Proton,
Dude.
because now you can have now you won't like error out if you have a custom XDG config home. Also, Doom DRM works now apparently, though apparently it does requires the latest NVIDIA drivers or I guess Mesa.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. Let's keep the Proton train. Protracting.
Pro-train, prolapse.
Glorious Egg Roll 1 pre-release. This Proton GE right now, the way it's rolling out, is effectively alpha versions of Proton. Wine plus wine stage, this has been bumped up to 5.6. MF Plat, and this is why I want to bring this is add partial WMV playback support. So it should, in theory, allow Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 movies to play. However, something I note, there's patches for Doom Eternal audio patches and a bunch of others. Spyro's still broken, by the way. And Final Fantasy XV seems to be working again. But what I noticed is the ability to play those movies in regular Proton's just nerfed. Like, does not deal with it. So the games automatically skip it. And I noticed it because I installed this in a couple of games I was testing. I saw the bullshit intros, like unskippable. I'm like, nope, bad, wrong, bad, wrong. Fortunately, you can redisable that. I'd gotten used to skipping over that nonsense that games and developers you don't. Oh, Warner Brothers is the worst, man. What are your thoughts on that, Jordan? When you
need to know what game you're playing,
dude,
right?
No, and you need to know that you're playing it right because AMD says so, then Nvidia says so, then Intel says so. Oh, by the way, we're using the Havoc engine, shrug emoji, whatever. You needed to see that for 30 fucking seconds.
I have to imagine that like the agreement is if we'll cut like 25% off your licensing fee if you just cram these videos like right at the beginning of the game.
Make them unskippable.
Yeah, they better throw some cheddar. But I don't think they do it voluntarily. There has to be some incentive.
It's contractual. Yeah, I agree though. It's a pain in the ass. I'm usually just like spamming escape, hoping that I can like get. It's like then when the actual like intro cinematic before the menu shows up, then you can skip that because fuck all that noise. Actually, shit. The game
the one that you actually may want to watch for. You know,
the
game we're reviewing this week does that.
Yeah, since you don't care about the people that developed the game, I'm like, yes, because you put the credits at the beginning of the game, dick.
Right.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We do get a little bit of news from Steamworks.
Yes, there's a festival. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Because everyone's trapped indoors probably for like the next 4 months. They're doing a bit of a Steam Game Fest. The submission deadline is April 24th, but you can submit a build as late as May 15th. So they're going to showcase these games in some capacity. There's probably going to be some pop-up that shows up when you start Steam that immediately gets closed saying, hey, there's a Steam Game Festival here. I'm also curious how crowded it's going to be because, like, again, we've talked about Steam has kind of spoiled us all for choice, and as such, you get, like, the really bad option paralysis with the 90 billion games on Steam. How are you supposed to figure out what you're supposed to play?
Right? You really don't, because you start going through them. It's like, oh, that's shit. That's pretty shit.
Right,
that one looks okay.
But like, it's the signal to noise ratio, right? So
yeah,
that's been the consistent problem. So
well,
I don't know. Maybe
even hammering
cool
games out analytics, going through sorting by new. There's plenty of games, but I'm kind of with pictures. You're almost shocked when something looks competently done because
it's like, oh, I might actually want to play that. How about that?
we've made it as a platform because we get our share of shovelware as well.
Yep.
Freddy Fish.
And there's a lot of porn games.
So what about this? Who's eligible? Early access games, unreleased early access games can certainly participate. Games that are released and playable in early access are not eligible. So you need to be aware of that. And you can just sign up for it, and you can do live streams, chats, and all this fun stuff to promote it. I think that's cool, man. Keep people interested and motivated to make something cool.
Indeed, and
it's valid for anything. Yeah, valid for anything that you release between June 15th this year and some point in the summer of 2021. They weren't particularly specific about that.
Yeah, well, it's Valve. What are they going to stick you with a date? They're not hypocrites.
No.
Sometime between 20 and 21 and ...
Yeah.
The heat death of the universe.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was going to say, I think we've all seen the after credits ending of Alex. That I'm not going to spoil for anyone, but
I have.
Yeah, that moment. I think Scott recently saw it because he popped up in Discord. He was like, oh. I'm like, yeah. But on that topic.
I'm going to be real with you. I haven't actually watched the playthrough of Alex yet, so I'm like completely unspoiled.
I completely justified watching a playthrough of it because I'm not going to buy a VR system to.
Well, lo and behold, our 57 zone has something that may interest you. It's an open VR driver, Steam VR driver for playing Half-Life Alyx without a VR headset. And we've been talking about this for a couple weeks. Like I theorized, I'm pretty sure any sort of like keyboard and mouse based implementation is going to be pretty janky because the game is designed to have like your head moving around and multiple limbs flailing about. And lo and behold, in the notes here, they're like, yeah, by the way, here are the sections you're going to have a bunch of problems with. Here's what you need to do in order to get through it. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's clearly some jank around there, but that's to be expected. Trying to make a VR title, a non-VR title.
Let's see what we're looking at, man. Right shift, left mouse motion, escape, and thumbstick, arrow keys, number pad, key, space. That
you
it
can
looks
actually
workable.
you
Rebind
can
them.
actually re-edit the key bindings as well. So
Hmm.
the document there. So you know how you got like the Unity spray and pray like input config.
Right.
Yeah, so like there's actually like a little dictionary explaining what these things are. So
I love
you
this.
can
P. Cover mouth.
Go.
Chapter 7. Jeff.
move the controller in front of the head.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Just Jeff. Always pick on Jeff.
Jefe. Well, I mean,
And
he
that is the
stinks.
section that Jordan was talking about. Walk through difficulties. It's like, oh, reading through that there's a lot of jank.
What are our thoughts, though? I mean, when I hear Jacob, being the veterans of the Trine Wars,
Yes. So,
plowing through
you know,
and overcoming inhuman amounts of jank as we have publicly. Does this even...
It does.
Does your brain
because,
say anything other than, I can do that. I got this.
Oh,
because
hell no.
we ran into a lot of jank in especially Trine 3.
I
Was
would
at
argue
least
that because
supposed to be
I will say 25% of the time you were invisible stuck into a wall during Trine 2.
Yeah. But Trine 3 was the extra bit of jank. But that was deliberately designed to at least support that kind of configuration that we were trying to play the game in.
Right. Well,
This
we're
was
using
not.
the intended input method.
Yeah.
This is entirely a workaround, and albeit like, yeah, you're gonna need to do some keyboard spray and pray in order to simulate having an extra cursor. But like,
Well,
I
my first thought is X can handle more than one input.
well, yeah, that I was my brain was going there too.
Double mouse.
Oh no, Pedro! I'm going to get some tape and play it with my feet.
No.
Mouse
See,
feet.
now what I want to see is I want to see someone hack up Half-Life Alex so that you can play it with like our driving wheel setup.
Oh no! All of you can just die in a fire. I want to see it done on a Nintendo Power Pad,
No, I want to see it on a DDR pad.
Sega Activator.
Guitar
Oh,
Hero.
the Sega motion control thing that didn't
Oh
work.
yes, that.
Oh yeah.
With the fishing rod?
Oh, you can use that while you're doing it, of course.
No. You got to use the Super Nintendo bazooka to play Alex.
The light gun.
Yeah.
Anyway, at least this makes it possible for the upcoming Twitch Plays Alex.
It's true.
Yeah,
Actually,
Just some
I
keyboard
totally
inputs.
want to see that.
I will watch this. I will buy all the popcorn. We do have a few game updates, though.
Yes, in Indivisible, that game that Lab Zero put out, we threw some chairs at it. They've introduced couch multiplayer now, so that's kind of neat. It required a bit of a re-implementation of the game, but it's drop-in, so you can just kind of show up and they've implemented platforming mechanics for all of the various characters as well, and they all have like unique overworld interactions, which I think is kind of neat.
You know, Jordan, I like this though. For the sake of, because when I think of Divisible, I think, oh, this would be absolutely be fun to play with people who had fuck all idea what they knew we were doing. Player one still controls the menus, the NPC interactions, cutscenes, and all that jazz. Most importantly, which would keep ass banjos like me from like cocking up strategies and stuff to some extent, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's an honest question to you, though.
I don't know.
Pedro, would you know?
I don't know.
Would you hazard a guess? I'm not going to test you at the end of the show again.
The like the whole progression in Indivisible was pretty linear, at least right up to where I played. Where I kind of stopped playing was, I suppose, where it kind of opens up, which is when you get the little pirate lady that she lets you use her boat, and you know, that yeah. Up to that point, everything was pretty linear.
Right up to the point where you felt like the two spinny big things, and they just checked my ass. So,
yeah,
Yeah, I got to the
it
point
took
where
a couple of tries to beat those, but I did.
For me, it was the boss fight with the platforming segment in the middle. I fucked up the platforming and I died. I'm like, oh, I got to redo the entire first part of this boss fight. No. So there is no network multiplayer, but they are recommending using Steam Remote Play.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of curious how, especially with like platforming and whatnot. With Megabyte Punch, it was okay. But for this, I wonder how the latency is handled with like the platforming stuff.
Maybe we'll try it next week. I'm curious. I'll have to play it with somebody who has some idea of what they're doing.
Maybe we can get Civic.
We'll need somebody that has some idea of
what they're doing. of what they're doing. All right.
Oh, shots fired. Stone Shard. That sounds edgy.
Yeah, not really. It's a turn-based RPG set in what they call an open world, and it is very much your typical fantasy setting. There's an orc-looking fella in the top right
He's
little
got body
game cover
bones.
area. Yes, so that is very much what is being described here. And looking at the it's very, very, very dungeon crawly. Like
it's a net hack. That's what it looks like. Just
this
like
is also a dick game, dude. I watched from the Total Biscuit Dodger. She was playing this when it was in early access, and
it's still in early access.
Well, it's on Linux now, baby.
Yes,
and it's a motherfucker. Like it's mean.
Yeah.
It's a net hack. That's they're like they actually made a world, so it's not procedurally generated. But beyond that, it's like a net
one
hacky
of the.
dungeon crawler.
I probably took just to get through the tutorial section of the game. I think was well over like 2 hours of just getting murderated. Like, oh, I mean, it's hard.
From that description that they give, it's like, oh, so it's medieval Fallout. Okay, I'm into that. I'm gonna wait until it's out of early access to get it, but that seems fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's rolling out to Linux. That's the thing, because it's a very well done game. It's turn based. It's not my thing, but I'm willing to try it. I don't know if it's going to be one that changes my mind. Might be.
Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah. Who knows? Anyway.
Coming up next, we have lower memory requirements. We got new Dix Vix, sort of, kind of, in Lutris, maybe. And Ultima. Just Ultima. Yeah, I mean, Baldur's Gate is hard, because, like, 2nd edition AD&D, by the rules, is not in favor of the players.
Okay.
I mean, it's you
need I'll be back.
You need action economy. You basically need to outnumber your enemies, or else you're just gonna get murderated. Otherwise, you gotta get really clever with positioning and whatnot.
So, last night, Pedro, myself, and Michael, we got through the part where we noped originally and returned to Castle Wolfenstein.
All right.
Where the
with the flood of the Nazi
ladies, yeah. We powered our way through it.
Nice.
The downside is something maybe it's a server flag, because I wanted to do it in crazy fun mode, which we're playing it in hard. We're doing playthrough. Everyone's welcome to join us this upcoming Friday. Anybody who wants to pop in. It has a live system, which I thought would be fun to give everyone 3 lives to make. To keep you from murder botting your way through it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Could work. Serious Sam does that too with the life system.
Oh, this even has like the extra bonus life thing, and it does the knockoff of Serious Sam.
Extra life.
Kind of.
Except it's like extra life.
Oh yeah, we did find a bug.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There was a solid minute and a half of getting me unstuck from a door that I was embedded in, where it took killing me at the same time somebody was shutting the door.
Oh man, that's some like Charlie murder. We gotta beat you into the next screen.
It wasn't as simple as after they Groundhog Dayed my ass a few times. And no, still stuck. So then we worked out killing me while shutting the door. I'll put that
Shut
up,
the door, baby. Don't say a word.
Tomorrow, if anybody missed that. I got a nice hot 4K UHD version. That'll be out if you really want to see like just the sharpest 3D graphics from when did that come out, man? Like
2003?
Maybe, yeah.
Turn to Castle of Wolfenstein 2001.
I think that was only stuck in my head because I'd read the release notes recently. I think there might have been like a original copyright.
It's done on the
Quake
Doom 3
3?
engine. Yeah, Quake 3 engine. ID Tech 3, yeah.
Nothing was done on the Doom 3 engine. Well,
Dark mod.
yeah. One set of Brave Souls. No one wanted to license that. I think everyone that took a look at that. Up to and including after it was open source went, yeah, no. No mas. It was pitch black, man. I bumped it up a little bit in post in the recording, but not enough to give it away because that's...
The Vin Diesel movie?
No, yeah, I was going to ask, did you have to fight like Nazi Vin Diesel?
No, but we were immediately greeted by a guy who couldn't rehinge his jowls. Yeah, it's the most terrifying thing in the game. There were things far more annoying than that, but that was the most frightening.
Jowls.
Quake Wars was just a fever dream, Scott. It never really happened. It's one of those internet myths.
It's internet meth.
Myth.
Like The Matrix 2.
Oh, those are fan films. I mean, they exist. But, you know, I mean, it's fanfic. What do you expect? No, Scott, you absolutely were not. That was called Total Recall. Available on, I think, the NES. Possibly. Jordan, did you ever have an NES?
First home console was then 64.
N64 is an interesting first home console. Did you get the basic kit with Mario?
No, mine came with Zelda.
Oh, you had Zelda with a... That one was a bit more, Was it gold?
No. It was a birthday present, so, like, I didn't buy it. Someone else bought it for me. And I think they might have bought Zelda separately.
Man, for a kid back in the day, even today, if you need a lot of something to do and you don't know how to break the game completely, that's a
Ocarina?
big game, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so, like, that's the thing, too, is in the age of, like, walkthroughs and Let's Plays, we've kind of lost everyone's just kind of stuck in their own, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in the game. Their heads against puzzles. Like,
To a point. Oh, Alan, the Star Wars racer is getting remade.
Pod Racer?
Pod Racer is coming out on something. You're correct to that, but yeah, I do remember, even back in the stores when that Zelda game came out, that, I think the death throes, the last vestiges of life for the game guides on shelves. You could buy the magazine to get through the game.
Yep.
I never had an N64.
I had a Game Boy before that.
I had a Game Boy.
Like
I still have a Game Boy.
the brick Game Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have it too.
Didn't have many games. So I got Tetris. I bought a Mega Man game, and
Dude, I got Donkey Kong on
Super
that,
Mario
and
World.
That
Or
game was
whatever.
fucking hard.
I had a Game Boy Color, and I had one of those pirated cartridges that had like 300 games that it claimed. It was like 20 games with variations thereof.
ROM hacks. Yeah, all the way down.
Well, no, it's like
And
there are
Pokemans.
300 menu listings.
I had a bunch of Pokemans.
A 2600. Have I ever? No, I've never owned a 2600. I have not.
the OG Atari.
Yeah, I've played my share of it. I had to experience ET. That is genuinely the what? I don't. Huh?
Well, you gotta think too. Is like the 70s was a weird time in gaming because there wasn't a lot of like established conventions, so people were just like trying to figure out what worked. I was watching a thing with Atari Tennis where like The ball just goes into the center. If you just like stand still and hit the ball, you will never fail. The matches will just go on forever because you can't like move the ball to the left or to the right.
I like the ingenuity and just engineering skills that went into developing on the 2600. Yeah, I watched a talk by, what's his name, the creator of Pitfall, the guy who came up with that. That was pretty interesting how he got everything to work.
David Crane.
I believe his name was David Crane, if I remember correctly after reading it off of Discord. No, man. Do you think you'll ever buy another gaming system? Outside of the Switch? Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll buy another computer at some point. Or maybe I'll buy a different motherboard
do you
and
ever
processor
really,
at some
okay, that's
point.
what I was, okay, here's a real question for everyone. Do you see yourself buying a new computer? That's a hard one. I'm not talking about this amalgam that's been following you for the last decade in small bits and parts. You know, a little
Since
bit of a case
2014.
and maybe a power supply.
Get a new case, get a new power supply.
Whole fresh kit. You can keep the monitors, but I'm talking case, PSU,
Whole new
motherboard,
tower.
RAM, hard drives, SSDs have to be new too.
I mean, I already got 2 of those. I have the Steam box and El Cheapo. So,
Well, like here's the thing though. Like with Linux, it's not like how Windows used to be. Like, okay, I'm gonna take my hard drives out and I'm gonna stick them in this new computer. It's gonna fucking boot. It's like, oh, the hardware changed. Okay, whatever.
it's
This
like,
has
oh,
not
you might
always
need to
been the
remove
case.
those old
This has not
drivers
always
and put
been
in
the
the new
case.
ones, but yeah.
Nuke and pave, if you were moving motherboards on Linux, used to be a very, very real thing, unless you just needed to kill a few weekends.
These days, it's pretty good.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
gone from like
Yeah,
you can go
there's-
from like Intel systems to AMD systems.
Pretty good chance it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, buying a completely new system.
Well, so the other thing too, like there are people who just like will buy pre-built kits, right?
Right. Well, I'm trying to think. Laptops obviously don't count, but had you ever? Okay, now let's just keep moving further down this hole. Have you ever bought a pre-built desktop?
No.
No, me neither.
I've had one given to me, but like that dude built it himself.
New. I should say new because I have.
The Optiplexes and
Well,
yeah.
I have that, and I like personally I bought a couple of Sun boxes, but they're servers, so
I think servers are different.
they're 2U and 4U units. The olden times.
Outside of laptops now.
Yeah, pre-built desktops. Like if I was going to buy anything, I guess out of principle, I'd have to buy either a System 70 2600 or a like something from Penguin Computing or something like that. Tuxedo Computers.
I mean the Puras, the Librams or whatever the fuck they're called, the Thelios. Those look like nice computers. Like, yep. I wouldn't be opposed to using them, but like, yeah, you can just build your own system, right? The one thing I don't like about the pre-built systems is like a lot of the times they use weird cases so you can't upgrade shit.
Pro. Yep. Well, I understand, like later in life, I've understand the engineering aspect for like why it's designed like that, because they needed to make 100,000 of them as cheaply as possible. Like, okay, then that makes sense. I don't like it, but that's another thing though. It's like the Dells and stuff, like if they die, you just take them up back, shoot them like old yellow and buy another one, right? It's like replacing a Mac. Do you see a
Pretty
point?
much.
Do you see a point where you'll give up building computers, Jordan?
Not really, no, because like at the rate I go through them, I usually cycle my desktops every 5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
What if we track it out? What if we track it? Do you think there will become a time? There will come a time to where it's going to get so integrated into, like, here's the analogy I'll use. Playing all of your NES, N64 games and all that on a fucking tablet these days, 20 years from now, you're going to be able to do all of the computing tasks that you could imagine on just a block that plugs in via laser 6 to your taint.
You know,
Right, no, but
the dream that you have your phone, you come home, you plug it into a dock, and it plugs into two
That thing,
monitors.
yeah.
It's like,
but
look, it's my gaming machine now.
But see, half the compute power of that thing is offloaded onto the cloud, right? It's just gonna be Stadia. It's just gonna be fucking Stadia.
Well, it'll be like Stadia, but it'll work and people will use it. And
Yeah, and they won't have to give it away for free, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Steam will just go, okay, that's the future now. All right, so here you go. Everyone who has a Steam account, they'll get their games on the new cloud thing. Because it's just running the same client, but remotely. Like the NVIDIA one.
I was up to trying Stadia Googs, but I guess I didn't click the right buttons.
Yeah, no, I keep hitting that button. It's like, yes, give me the 2 months for free. And it goes, product's not available. So,
And you would think, Googs, since I beta tested it 2 years ago, you would have like slipped me. I'm like, hey, go play it for a month. No.
they can't even get it to work right. Come on.
Yeah. Well, Ben, you already had your turn, right? You gotta let the other people.
I genuinely want to play it for like 30 minutes to make a video, and it's like, I'm done. All right, I'm good. And by all accounts, NVIDIA's thing that they have, the NVIDIA not Stadia.
Yes.
Yeah.
GeForce Now.
That apparently has been rolled out very responsibly, and it's decent because you can also tie in your Steam games and stuff like that. You don't have to completely buy the game again on a different service that
Will go down in 2 years.
yeah, poof goes game.
Some games.
Some games, yeah.
Because then Bethesda and Blizzard and Activision were like, no, you can't play our games on that anymore.
No.
It's like, oh, you have your own thing coming out, don't you? It's like, fine.
You can't play it because that much money we won.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta dig it.
Oh yeah, vote.linuxgamecast.com.
Oh, that's right.
Vote.
That's the thing we do here.
Yeah, vote on some fucking show titles, you slobs. Well, we got Chasing Penguins in Our Dreams is in the lead, followed by Veterans of the Trine Wars and Pro Train Prolapse.
That didn't work. VO. There we go.
Voiceovers?
Chasing Penguin Dreams. Pro Train Pro. You know what? Fuck you, YouTube. You're making me answer a survey form every time we post a video now.
Veterans and veterans.
No, we're the vets. We're the animal doctors of the Trine Wars. That's why that's why wildlife was so sparse and Trine, because we practice on them.
Man, I love that Blue Oyster Cult album, Veterinarians of the Psychic Warriors.
Wholly underappreciated.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad album, though.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. I can jam out to
Veterans
some
of the
DOC, baby.
Yeah. I think it was Astronomy on that album.
Oh.
Psychic Wars.
Pachinko Wars. Yeah.
It was on
Much Bright.
Fire of an Unknown Origin was the album. Oh, it was on the same album as Burning for You,
Okay.
which is also a really good song. Burn out the day, burn out the night.
All right, that's together. Let me go grab a drink and we'll get on with the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Nah.
No.
Speaking of all-terrain silliness, God damn it. This game on Steam, can't remember what it's called right now. It's got like all-terrain
called-
vehicles. Where's my wish list? Wish list.
Wishlist.
Gravel. It's like 70% off right now. It's very mixed. Does anyone watching the show right now have gravel? Have you tried it?
I've
Let me
like
know.
a bag of gravel.
Because Houtworm and Snicks are the two people that Steam tells me that have this game. We all float down here. Wait, wrong kind of toilet paper. Grape nuts?
Crepe nuts?
Crepe nuts?
Yes,
Like
crepe nuts.
It's like grape nuts, but they're made out of like pancake.
Here's what I was thinking about. To like speed up the North American adoption of bidets, we need to start a new company. We're going to call them Brodays.
I thought we were gonna call them ass blasters.
No. Brodays. It's going to be sandblasters, man. Grit up that butt. Kick poo in the butt.
Let's see. It's the poo. It's you know,
Life hack, right there, man.
the rest of the
Surprise your loved
undercarriage.
ones.
And your feet, I suppose. It also helps if you need to clean your feet real quick.
Or if you need to masturbate in the shower.
You don't need a bidet for that.
That's what you think.
I mean, bideophilia isn't exactly a condition I'm aware of, but hey, I've heard weird things.
That's Johto.
Is that the love or fear of bidets?
Philia
that'd be-
is
that-
usually
that-
love.
That would be bideophobia.
Yeah, phobia is the fear.
All right. Let's pull those down. Lock and load. Let's do it.
Yes.
Come back to us, Jordan.
No.
Mm-hmm. Oh. All right.
Europhobia.
What if that was your superpower?
What, to make people afraid of pee?
No, just random shit. Tell me how you would not abuse that.
I don't think you can do anything but abuse that.
Yeah.
There's no way to use that power for good.
Nope. I mean, you might try for the first 2 weeks or
No,
so.
you
It's
wouldn't.
like,
Those are
Well,
lies
that-
you tell yourselves once you've received this gift.
No, like you can try it and use it for good, but it's gonna like just fuck up.
Not unintentionally. In 3, 2.
and intentionally or not, you've made it into the shilling segment of the show, since we don't really have any people
Content,
with
personality,
loads of money
Phobias.
who want to give us a little bit of it. We have to ask
What is
you,
the,
the people with
fear
less
of-
money.
Is there, okay, there has to be. Okay, how far can you drill down on the fear of money? Is there's like a fear of like metal tinder versus paper tinder or plastic tinder?
maybe.
Bender tinder?
Coinophobia. It's you got to fear of Tinder because you got to fear of commitment. Well, actually,
Tinder
if you have a fear of commitment, you're probably on Tinder.
Yes.
Anyways, if you want to pay for our Tinder accounts, you can head on over to linuxgamecast.com. Put your mouse over the support button. We got Bitcoin. We got PayPal. We got
I could change it to
all
Tinder
sorts-
button.
We just redirects you to like Ven's Tinder profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. No, gotta hit the eject button
Good
on
on
that.
you, boy.
Yeah. Head on over to patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. Support us that way. It's great. You get stuff in return, like Discord access. You can show up an hour early before we go live at 7:30 on Saturdays and get an extra hour of Linux Gamey Goodcast. Goodcastness. Yes, that's a word.
Linux Goodcast, a new series brought to you by people not on this show. Hey, you can join us in
a Christian
games.
show.
We are currently doing a playthrough of Wolfenstein Coop, so if you want to pop in on that action, that'll be 6 p.m. Eastern every Friday until we get done, which I don't know when it gets done because we're playing it on hard mode. And it's going to get really slow once I get the thing working.
Yeah. We got some Patreons we got to thank.
Yeah, we do.
We got Christoph 3 and Linux Nuru, who's coming back with the monies. So thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate the support. There's other ways to give us support without going to Patreon. You can buy.
You
some
can share
shirts
the
from our
show.
store,
You'd be like, hey man, have you seen this show?
and then like strap people in chairs and force them to watch it until they go insane.
No, it is how you practice social distancing, man. You just put the show on like your mobile speaker out loud, 6 foot.
Oh
no
yeah,
problem.
They'll just
people are just
run.
going to avoid you.
Weaponize it. When I say share the show, that yes, weaponize it.
You can wombo combo that with like the Use Me t-shirt from our store, store.linuxgamecast.com, and like get that extra like 20 meters of space because people will not want to be in your orbit.
Do you think we can get away with selling a t-shirt that just says ... run?
Maybe. Oh no, we'd need to put it on a fanny pack though.
We can do this.
Yes.
We have fanny technology.
we got so much fanny. We also got
the fanny.
we got some wish zones on Amazon too. If you
Yes,
want to help build out our respective studios, you can get some stuff off there. The links under the support tab, and you can get your name on that giant board behind Ven. And you can also send us a note that we have to read, so you can make us say all sorts of dumb shit.
You can make Pedro read it in Portuguese.
Oh no, no, like translation decay, like a message, and like make Pedro read that out to give him a brain aneurysm.
That'd be great. Can you know what? I'm planning on cheating and buying something for the studio anyway, so
that's what you're doing. You're gonna like you're gonna Google Translate decay a message that like could have been legible Portuguese at one point, now
this could get interesting. Also,
it's like some unholy chimera.
Yeah. I'll send myself a message. It'll be brilliant. All right. Hey, thanks everyone making the show possible. 400 episodes. We're still rocking on. We've probably learned something we haven't necessarily matured, and I think we're wholly incapable of selling out. It's kind of brilliant.
That's what you think.
Damn it.
Fleshlight. All right. Speaking of selling out.
That'd be great. Did you take a sip out of your? Oh.
Yeah. That'd be so good. But you know. Speaking of sellouts, one of our favorite sellouts has a new release out. Strider has a new version of Lutris. It's 056, and he's taken on a bit of technical debt here because now. They're managing their own DixFix releases. This is done so that they've been pushing out some changes that sometimes break some games, so Strider wants a little more fine-grained control over that. Makes sense. It's going to be a lot more work on his end, but, the mouse isn't cracking the whip anymore. There is a breaking change with time tracking, though. I believe the variable type has changed, so if you're worried about this version, maybe hold up a little bit. There's also the de-drunkification of KDE icons, so now you can see them properly.
Okay, this is what I really wanted to know because you're the KDE thing in the show.
The KDE crony.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm the KDE thing.
Quit blushing, you hoe. Dude, was that like an issue? Did you ever notice that? Is that a real thing?
Not really.
Because
I've.
My working theory is it's not above Matthew just to make stuff up and put it into the release notes.
Well, that's what happens when you
Unless
depend
it was
on the
like
GNOME
the
test
default
op, right?
Breeze. It could have been the default Breeze icons because I don't use those. So I don't know.
Okay, now I want there to be like a just slid in, like never mentioned, like slightly blurry icon set.
Yeah. Oh, so there is a nice thing that Strider implemented on Wayland that we're not going to see in Xland, but you can restrict to a display. So you can say like,
Yes.
game, don't go on this other monitor, stick on this monitor. which is nice.
Do you think some games are just going to crash out of spite because
Maybe.
that's all they know how to do?
But one of the things that I noticed is, as also the only other person here without an English locale set on his Linux install, is like, fix the, what is it? I lost it. But there you go.
What were you saying about the English locale? If you just said it
fix
to English.
for Wine Sandbox on non-English systems. And apparently, that doesn't fix the issue that I have, which is if you have a game installed in Lutris and say you want to add it as a shortcut on Steam so you can launch it directly from Steam, that still doesn't work. I was kind of hoping that would be the thing that would make it work, but it wasn't.
Matthew, since you're in Discord right now, make sure that never happens.
Detect if the username is Pedro and then just completely fuck up.
Check for Portuguese locale and just nerf it. Sorry, Portugal, take one for the team on this one. It'll be worth it.
No. Also have it.
Portugal.
Also have it make a bunch of folders in his home directory. Yeah.
Just one to do. Oh, speaking of
That's
Patreon,
when Lutris gets
patreon.com/Lutris. Go help out Matthew Command on make his awesome shit. It's brilliant.
Indeed. Oh, speaking of Patreon as well, this next post is from the Yuzu Patreon.
Yay.
So they got a brand new feature release out. They've completely redone their memory management. Originally, it was actually based off of Citra's memory management, which was good enough to get them up and running. But now they've actually done something that respects the actual memory layout of the Switch, and that has resulted in some pretty substantial memory gains.
Yeah,
anywhere from like 8 to like 80 some odd % memory improvements on games. That's pretty substantial. It's actually drastic enough that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is like playable now that they've implemented this.
Does it weird anyone else out when you see Sonic games on Nintendo, or I'm just old man issues?
I think I've gotten over it. It was weird for a while, but now it's pretty good. But like,
as someone who was very much into the whole Sega versus Nintendo back in the 90s, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the memory gains are pretty substantial. We're seeing on average about like 66% on 2D games and 45% on 3D games. That's crazy, man. So good on them for that. This is going to make a lot of these games playable on lower end systems, which is always a problem that emulators are running into, just because in order to emulate all the hardware, you need some resources for that. So.
That's definitely always been a problem. Full disclosure, I still put this in the show notes because this is available on Linux, and they are keeping parity with their development, which is great to see. And I just do a Control F Bayo. I'm like, damn it, I want to play my Bayonetta 2 for once. No, still not playable yet. It will forever elude me. Aw. You have a Switch, though. You don't care, do you?
No, I don't. I do, because it cost me $100 to buy a game.
Have you seen how much Switches are now?
No.
Dude, look up Canadian. They're like $500 something on eBay because they're sold out everywhere between the COVID and the Animal Crossing. They've just disappeared.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh man, price gouging Switches. Show title. But let's talk about the Fire of, I want to call it Ardor, but it's Ardor?
I keep thinking of like the Flame of Arnor. Darkfile will not avail you, flammable Dune.
Sure.
You shall not pass!
Pixel
Just to
Wizard
throw
9000.
my particular hat into that misunderstanding ring, in Portuguese, ardor means it's like an intense burning, often used as like an intense burning sensation. So
it's like icy hot.
The name of this game could be interpreted as the fire of burning. But
it does feature a boss fight, which is good.
Yes, it has a boss
Critical
fight
to all
and
burning
4 different world
sensations,
sections.
Unless the burning sensation is a boss fight.
Yes, 7 different types of enemies. And it looks very heretic, hexen-y with the sword and the spells.
I get more of like a Daggerfall vibe from it.
I can see that.
It seems a little too low end to be Daggerfall-y.
Dude, I think you might be
Daggerfall,
remembering
like Ultima
Daggerfall
Underworld,
with some
yeah.
rose-colored glasses. I mean, this is like maybe a slight. See, in some places it looks better than Daggerfall. In others, the
the giant centipede thing.
yeah.
It's not a
come
human
on,
centipede,
look at that
though, so
bat
I'm
action,
disappointed.
hot bat action, and whatever the
I
hell
think
that is.
bats look more 3D in Daggerfall. Come on.
It's pronounced hot baction.
Gargoyles.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but it is available on itch,
Skeletor.
and it is you can download it for free, and it is still very much in development. So keep that in mind if you do decide to give it a try.
I'm down with it. That was on
And-
my shit to do this week. I never get a chance because it's incredibly well done for something. Talk about shit that belongs more on Steam than most of the shit on Steam.
Well,
Yeah,
this is the result of a game jam too, which is a lot of games on Steam these days. Is we made this thing in like a day and then we polished it up and put it on.
We
Steam.
have this prototype, so here it is on Steam. Have at
early
it.
access, baby. Early access.
I'm down with that. Good work. Good work on the support, and keep it up. But our long national nightmare is over because Exalt. Let's go with that.
Exalt.
You see the man? Come on, tell me that's barely an L.
That's an
No.
L.
See, everyone agrees with me. They were stunned in silence that I would even have to address how barely an L that is. But check it out. Almost 10 years after the version 1.4.9 RC. Come on, people. People, quit. Stop. All right? Especially after you've made it past the first point release. Quit bullshitting with this stuff. Just roll it out. Single numbers, man. 16 years after the last stable version 1.2 and 28 years after the official release of Ultima VII 7.
7.
The Blackgate Knight, we are finally ready to release a new version with many developers busy. Okay, this is out. This is a thing. Big thing I took away from this. If this is your cup of chainsaw, they now have that SDL2 hotness going in there. That's good news, everyone. And tons of bung fixes. Yeah, that's the thing.
Bung
Bung
fixes.
fixes.
I
But
my
need
bung
TP
needs
for
some
my bung
fixing.
fixes.
something that has been plaguing the Axel community for years has been fixed. The NPCs using beds are sleeping better now. Yeah,
Right.
finally.
Also, the paper dolls support wearing diapers now. Thank fucking Christ.
Jeez, about time.
Those paper dolls were shitting everywhere. Like it was a mess.
Their web zone is hosted in Mordor on a Raspberry Pi 1. Whoa, what's this? Look at this.
Oof.
What? That's
That
Nokia looking tech.
I mean, it'll run on your old Nokia phone. So there you go.
It's pretty cool, man.
It is using SDL, and now it's using SDL too, so at least if you are playing it on a recent system, it won't fuck with your other monitors,
But
which I guess
but
is good.
But did they add Rumble support?
For no reason, just rumbles all the time.
Oh yeah,
They need
Well,
controller support first, but yeah.
I love when games do that. You just start it up and you just hear brrr. What the hell is that?
Oh, it's all the fantastic experience is when you fire up a Proton game and it's just knackered and your controller just takes off across the desk.
Yeah. No. Oh man, you could set up like little controller races too. Like go
Oh, the
banana.
Washington- yeah.
Just turn on two at the same time, put him down on the table. Like,
Man, all right. Speaking of knackered controls,
Yeah. Coming up next, you're now breathing manually. You're welcome for that.
yay!
Where else Frontier is it? Manuel Samuel
it's Breathing Awareness Month.
Thud. I'm gonna give bung fixes a vote. Vote.linuxgamecast.com.
Make sure you don't go to boat.linuxgamecast.com.
I still say we need to set up that C name. God damn it.
That would take seconds.
Literal seconds of effort.
Yes.
We can't do that.
No. We don't people confuse us with competence. It's part of my agile podcasting strategy.
Yeah. Iterative development.
No, it's silly. Time tested.
Yeah, no, this game actually made me very, very aware of my breathing and my blinking, which is annoying. For like 2 hours after I put it down, it's like, just stop. Your body does that automatically, just shit.
Well, now you're aware of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth.
Nah.
Actually, I'm not, because my tongue usually doesn't.
Usually, though.
You
Usually.
force it to the bottom of your jaw.
But that last second, when you're
I
not
don't
paying
force it,
attention,
that's where it
here comes the
usually
tongue,
rests.
right on top of your mouth. Dude, that show makes you feel old. Jeez.
Well, yeah. When you go back and you watch a funny episode of Family Guy and then you look at the date it was released, you're like, oh right, yeah.
Well, I mean, Stewie would have been out of university by now, though, right?
It's true.
Oh.
Well, was it like Bart would be 30 or some shit? Like
Dude, Bart would be in his 40s almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Lawns. I still say that we are going to have the most entertaining and irritating generation of people in the nursing homes.
oh yeah, when they all get like dementia
Geriatric
stupid.
millennials. Yes.
Dude, first off, you're not moving there unless you have at least 5 gigabit symmetrical. Like, I wouldn't even think about it. You better have LAN parties scheduled.
It's like, how good is your internet connection? Can I play online games with like a ping in the double digits regardless of where the server is? Cool. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to be sitting there going, like, you have a LAN, though, right? I can just plug in so we can get, team death matches and stuff together, right?
No. See, they're not gonna have one. So you're gonna be running cables over the floor of like this retirement home that old people are gonna trip on and break their hips.
That would be just like living in the dorms, man. That was a fact of life, of not just faceplant. That was danger. High voltage. Minus the...
When we touch, and when we kiss. Danger.
Then we got fancy and started running them out the windows. Then we got in trouble for that. But, hey. COVID-40 is going to be a bitch. But we don't have to worry about it because that'll be in 2040.
Yeah. Well, I like how people are discovering, like, yeah, COVID-19 stands for coronavirus disease from 2019. That's when it's discovered.
Shh. Has anyone learned any?
Because the little molecule structure looks like a bit like a crown.
Dude, I mean, everything's that you would think of that's trying to nuke you is a corona from the corona family. Like the flu's a corona.
It's a virus.
Yeah, swine flu was COVID. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go get another beer. I'll be back.
As was SARS.
This is just a warm-up, man.
Well, I mean, like, this is the thing, right? People are like, oh, it's not that big a deal. No, we got to get this right now because the next one's going to fuck us up.
Right.
We're not ready.
Hey, I think nature's given us this is the last warning shot.
Yeah, this is like, hey, this is happening now. You better prepare your government systems and economies to go into fucking quarantine or else everyone's going to die.
Unsolicited advice. I know some of you are going to be getting checks and stuff if you're in the States. Put that in the bank.
So, well, see, apparently now some of the banks are like, yeah, no, debtors can just take that money.
Put it under your mattress. Don't burn it, because wait 2 months. If you don't have to, if you got to spend it to live, that's cool. I understand that, but that's just me being the ball of optimism I am.
The rollout in Canada was apparently super successful because, like, people are like, I thought this was fake. That's how easy it was.
They have conditions with the Canadian one, though, don't they?
They do. I think you need to be on, like, employment insurance or something, but, like, it's not that bad. It's for the people.
Oh, no. Yeah. It'd be curious. don't even think if I do. I don't know. If I get one, I'll probably, if they send me, I don't know if they put it depends on what account. I don't know. I'm not counting on it. Let's put it that way. Also, don't spend it before you get it either.
Oh, so fear of money is chromatophobia.
Sounds like something they have on the Microsoft campus.
No, it's I have an irrational fear of Google Chrome.
Yes. I mean, having a rational fear of Google's perfectly natural. They're an evil, horrible corporation. I respect them. I think the Google died like soon as they walked out and like filed off the "Don't be evil." Like,
yep.
I can take a hint. Still like what you guys are up to, though.
Yeah, they just took off the "don't," which is evil.
I'd probably respect that more. It's like truth in advertising, you know? Like, be evil. Like, all right, now I want a Google t-shirt. But, you know, never ascribe to malice. What can be... Remember when Google released, what was it? Like 13 messaging apps in 1 week that all did the same shit? They, like,
no.
They redid Hangout. They had Ello or Allo. Then there was one day they released 2 messaging apps that... Allo, Gabna.
Didn't they buy Allo or something?
I don't. It's the Borg cube of tech companies, man.
Yeah.
Probably it's the safe bet. Oh yeah, I need to see if that video is... I know I downloaded it ahead of time. Play find the cursor. That's... there we go. That's the function we need in X, is... hit the home button and it centers the cursor on your primary monitor.
Hold down control and it starts blinking.
Honestly, I think that the OS X way of doing it is nice, where if you just like wiggle the mouse, the cursor just gets like super big for a second. Be like, oh, there it is. Control.
I just want home. When the fuck else do you tap that home button? Seriously, now I'm more curious about that.
Games.
I gotta go to the beginning of lines sometimes in non-Emacs text editors.
Okay, what if you could just map it to any key?
It's Xorg, right? So chances are you could map it to anything.
Strider, you clearly don't know what Bloom spells upside down and backwards.
B-L-O-O-M, that spells moon.
There we go. Allo and Duo, released on the same day. Are either of those still around, though?
Maybe? I don't know.
I think they're just going to rename like regular user.
Oh yeah, no. Allo's dead. Duo.
Let's be perfectly honest with each other. I'm sure between the three of us, we'll change when you kill Hangouts. But until then, fuck off.
Oh, okay. So Allo was the text messenger. Duo was the video messenger.
Right. That makes it better.
I mean, I don't know. That was what the difference was. I couldn't tell you that before now. Allo or Duo is still active. Allo is dead.
By active in Google terms, I mean they haven't gotten around to killing it yet.
The last release was 16 days ago, so yeah, probably.
I've never used. I think for a minute I thought about using Allo, or just not using it, but doing the curiosity.
See what this is all about? Yeah.
Like the only messaging service I use outside of Discord is Hangouts. And that's because we have like a group chat that's 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You can scroll up in that chat long enough to hit cold storage at Google.
Yep.
Hold on. This may take a little bit.
There's a
okay,
tape
here we
deck
go.
zooming around somewhere.
Yep. I guess Google has their own like Glacier style service.
They have to. They have to, man.
Yeah.
I think Western Digital and Seagate have been selling the shingle drives without telling people.
Oh, the red ones, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shingle drive, isn't it? No, it really isn't. It's like,
Oh, but it is.
we just
They're
had
like,
to
well,
look through the firmware. It's like, it is. It's like, maybe it is.
the response was, we never said it wasn't. Fair point. Not sure that's what you want to stick in your NAS. Oh, what did they say? I think the official response was, it didn't negatively impact performance.
Mm-hmm. Except, for the negative performance impact that people were getting.
You're holding it wrong.
You're rating it wrong,
No.
apparently.
Should have put 2 nails into it.
Come on, Western Digital. Really?
I just wish magnetic storage would just finally give up the ghost, because mechanical hard drives have been, since their inception, Rube Goldberg mechanisms that I've just had nothing but amazement and respect for the fact that they work. But when you bring stuff in like Hammer, like, oh yes, we're going to heat the server. Okay, really?
Heat assisted.
Can you do it to the tune of Iron Man by Black? Yeah, sure, why not? That'll be in the next
Well,
revision.
I mean that's the Flopotron, right?
Right.
We're just going to shoot that damn platter with a goddamn laser.
I'm okay with shooting stuff with lasers. I approve.
Dual lasers.
Oh yeah, I bought a spindle of those dual laser DVDs.
Pew, pew, pew. Darn. 1 terabyte SSDs, SATA SSDs they're not cheap, but
They're 100 pounds.
yeah, you don't hate yourself after buying one. You're like, fine.
Yep.
2 terabyte NVMe's,
Yeah,
though?
fuck that. Fuck that noise.
That's right into fuck you territory, man.
Yeah, no, I don't want to pay 400 pounds for 2 terabytes.
Oh
no.
man, like start with the 2. How about like the cheap ones? 2, like low 2s? Nope, mid 2s. Oh, cheap one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Special.
I cannot wait until like it gets to the point where like, man, I need to replace the drives on my Franken NAS. Oh, these SSDs these 1 terabyte SSDs are really cheap. Well, now I got a super fast RAID. All right.
Yeah, you can get the QLCs for pretty cheap.
You can, but at that point, I just buy a SATA 6.
Yeah,
SSD.
might as well.
Right. It's at no point will it fuck with me,
Yep.
It'll be that consistent 480, 500 each way, as opposed to like, I'm real, fuck you.
Yeah, I have a dedicated 1 terabyte SATA SSD just for games. And it's like, yeah, 1 terabyte.
But there are the advantages and disadvantages. I was thinking the other day when Jordan was talking about, it's like, how much space do you have for your Steam library? It's like, what are the disadvantages to LVM? Right there is like, spread out across how many disks?
Well, that's why you use LVM on like soft partitioning, and not like individualized
Across
disks.
multiple hardware disks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do not
yes,
JBOD.
yes. I was
J-
like, that's one of the disadvantages of like, I need some more space for Steam. Let me just, it's like, this is my Steam drive. This is how much space I'm allocated for games, period. Hard decisions. 2 terabyte SSD. Scott, what the fuck all are you doing?
I have that 1 terabyte hard drive I still have. It has the pictures and
I usually get
and downloads folders. It's the worm storage. That's what it does.
I have I usually get the 1 terabyte SSDs for like laptops because you just cram one in there and like I don't have to worry about space on that machine. I'm good.
Yep.
It's good enough. Yeah. But I guess always growing up, do you think kids can realize it? Because we have a different reference point. We do remember the 5,400 RPMs and like
and juggling space. I had a 60 gigabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep these Simpsons episodes, but I don't want these Family Guy
and
episodes.
these were hard decisions back in the time because everyone had absolute shit internet. So,
right, exactly. Yeah. So like re-downloading that was like an ordeal.
Burning DVDs, CDs, that was not a non-option. That's how you had to keep your media because you most definitely
my
had
first
20
my
to
first
60
desktop,
gigs,
Pentium 3. I had a 40 gigabyte hard drive, like my first one, that was in my room. It's like 40 gigabytes. It's like, yeah, I can have Fallout 2 and Diablo 2 installed with like the max installs, and then not much of anything else.
Well, do you remember DOS games? This might, my fellow olds, they would have an option to install to the hard drive. Some of them, but it would be like 500 megs, which was ludicrous. You might, the high end, like what I got when I was a teenager, like first real computer I ever had a 1.2 gig hard drive, which was unfillable on dial-up.
Once you got DSL,
fuck that, dude. I was jacking that thing up when we got ISDN. MP3s, man. I remember when MP3s came out. Every Steam gave me
my
one.
music folder is only like 30 gigs.
I don't know, Jordan. You keep a lot of music, though.
I do. I have about 90 gigs of music.
Yeah, I don't have that in my life.
But like
I am the peasant, clearly.
I've thrown most of it on Google Play though, so
They just match it.
no, they don't.
Oh,
No, Apple does that. Apple does that. Google doesn't. No, well, I use the free tier, so maybe if you give them money, they do that.
Yeah.
well, I have Google Music because I have YouTube Red, but I don't think I've ever music in the Google.
There's Google Play Music, and then there's YouTube Music, and I don't know what the difference is.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think one just lets you like turn your screen off while playing a YouTube video, so you just get the audio.
With Google Red, I can do that
YouTube,
on the Android.
Yeah,
just minimize
YouTube
it.
Red.
Then I don't fucking know.
Ours is a handy feature. It's also a dick move to paywall that, but
YouTube fenced.
you can do that if you. It's just easier to give them money because like the rooted version of that, where I can just auto update everything. Yeah. World of Warcraft 2004 2.7. That's actually. That would have been your game that you would have had installed. Look at Atomic.
I mean, Neverwinter Nights back in the day, even the Linux version with the mods that I could get working on Linux, I couldn't have any of like the fancy shaders and the stuff, but yeah, no, it was like 6 gigs for Neverwinter Nights, a 2002 game.
Times are strange, man. Times are just because what size of a game when you start a download do you go, whoa,
100 gigs? No, actually, no.
That's
more
a
like,
given.
More like
for me, that's a given. 100 because I know to clear shit out if I'm playing some Mordor.
50 is up there. 50 is like really
50 or
Really?
60,
Like 30 something gigs, and I go, all right, that's going to take an hour. I'm gonna get up now.
Okay, before I continue talking any shit, what is my Steam drive at? I have 55.3 gigs free out of 250. So, yeah, I'd have to make space if I downloaded.
Yeah. Right now, I got about 1.5 terabytes dedicated. To
I have
games.
333 gigabytes free on my Steam SSD.
Hold on, I have to math.
Oh no.
Okay, that's what, about 180 gigs free
That's a respectable amount.
across 4 drives.
WoW was 60. Like I think Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, that one with the DLC is 120 something gigs.
Yep.
That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what's more ridiculous, the size or the fact that that can be downloaded in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, so that's the other thing with Proton is that like some of those Windows games are chonky.
yeah, they are. All right, let me get some to drink and we will do this to it. Hitman's a big game.
Hitman's large.
Federal stuff. I mean, your AAA stuff you expect.
XCOM 2
say,
is
about
pretty
50,
big.
60 gigs?
That was like the biggest game
No.
until I bought Shadow of War. Yeah.
Ooh, I think the first time I saw like Size Shock was probably from Feral when Alien Installation rolled out. I was like, whoa, that's big, because it was like, what, 16 gigs or something like that. Mad Max was the big one. That's like 50.
Vermintide's 50.
Yep.
What's Skyrim?
GTA 5 is also pretty big. That's like a 90 gig game. Let's see.
What's
Back
pa-
in the day,
What? Okay. Over under. What's Payday at?
if you have all of the DLC bits, it's probably like 25, 30 gigs.
60.
Oh shit, that's double.
And I don't have all the DLC enabled, so
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, no.
what's Borderlands poo? Borderlands is only 10 gigs.
Yeah, that one's not terribly. I remember Fear, the first encounter Assault Recon back in the day. I remember thinking, oh wow, that's a huge game. That was like 5 gigs. It's like
Doom is 70.
yeah.
Near is 45.
150 gigs for Hitman. Yeah.
Has
Black
game
Mesa.
size gone too far?
Black Mesa is 27. Yeah, it looks like Doom's the winner here, at least on my box, at 70.
Doom 2016.
Yeah,
I didn't remember being okay. I mean, yeah.
I'm just looking at like the Steam space consumed, right? Like,
Mhm.
I have no idea if this number is accurate or not. I'm too lazy to check.
All right, 41 gigs. Huh. Okay, let's scooch that there. Our recordings.
I can't see.
Yay! Ding.
Yes.
Ding,
All right.
ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Da-na-na phone.
Ding. Dongaphone? Dongaphone? Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do the jerkquisition in 3, 2.
Keep your hands on your parts and your
Parts on
Hands
your
on-
hands.
parts on your hands
And parts.
Hands on your other parts. We're throwing cheers at Manuel Samuel. It's developed by Perfectly Paranormal Games. It's done on Unity Engine, and it will tell you as much. You can pick it up for about $10. We actually got it for free because Humble
we
was
did.
just giving it away.
Yep.
Was Meet Samuel. He's a handsome, wealthy, and most importantly, Diod. A deal with Dioth gives Samuel one last chance to see if he can survive a whole day doing everything Manueli. So yeah, I guess let's get this chair acquisition started for this free game. Ben, how'd it run on Debian?
Brilliant. Debian testing, by the way, just not regular Debian. It's
it's a fancy Debian.
No, it's the Debian that I'm terrified to update because earlier this week they did a knackered thing where like broke the hell out of something. I was like, okay, I'm Neo dodged a bullet on that update. So, what do we got? Okay, Debian testing, Ryzen 1920X, 32 gigs of RAM, NVMe drives, NVIDIA 2060. Yes, this is a graphical juggernaut, not really. It did 60. I mean, I expected it to. When you get it to run, you better like it running in a window because that's about all you're going to get out of it. Full screen is completely knackered on this box with just 1, 2, 3, with only 4 monitors. It insisted on opening on the first monitor, which is not the first one plugged into the 2060. It's like, no, I like this monitor. Quit doing that. I'll move you over here. By the way, I really like this monitor. Fuck you.
It's the leftmost monitor, always.
Yeah. So then I do the intelligent thing. Well, I move you to the one that is set as the primary display and a full screen. I'm moving back that left monitor. Look at me. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Gave up. Played it in a window. Granted, I played it in the UHD window. But anyway, that didn't bug me as much as press A to start. So I reached over. I grabbed my wireless X-Clone controller, hit go. Because, you know, it has an A button. Thought it was going to be clever, and I pressed it. Told me to go fuck myself. Didn't happen. Fair enough. Grabbed the PlayStation 4 controller. Hit that button. It started working. But it had the incorrect button prompt, so I'm still having issues doing that mental mapping, not ever having a PS device. So, yeah, that was irritating, man. A little bit. And these motherfuckers built an entire game based on the principles of QWOP, and they didn't include keyboard support. Fuck you. That's all I got to say to that. LGC cares. But let's talk about the fun. What is it? What I just said. I mean, it's QWOP, man. This starts out with what can only be described as a Douglas Adams-esque on a budget narration that, quite frankly, is just bad, man. It is. The VO work. VO work's completely passable. Dude did a great job with the material he had to work with. It's the writing. It's that caliber of script that can only be constructed by someone who finds themselves particularly clever and witty, also a little bit of funny, without managing to be any of those things. We all know that person, but I might be one myself because that's coming from a dude in a wizard robe. Come on, think about that. I didn't. Okay, how about this, guys? Did you at least get a laugh when you skipped the credits? Can we give him a little bit of credit on that?
Yeah. They give you the Chibo for like, oh, fuck the people who made this game.
Right. Okay, you did good on that. You did. Playing it does take full control of the PS4 controller. It would work with the Xbox controller, but that's a known issue on Linux, like the full screen issue that apparently has been an issue for a long time. They just haven't fixed it yet. But then again, we get what we pay for, which is currently available on Humble for the price of free. You move, you stand up, you brush your teeth, you drop shit, you fall over, you do the splits, and you kind of
piss all over yourself.
Yeah, you piss all over everything. You hump the carpet, and then you eventually end up in a driving segment with the street smart Grim Reaper, who is borderline those robots from the second Transformer movie. Being tone deaf with the yeah.
I've known people exactly like this. I'm like, really, this chud.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Brass tacks, a squap with some extra shit tacked on, and that wears out. You know, the fun of that, it just wears out where you would think around the 30-minute mark. It's like, okay, this doesn't. If you make it to the driving segments, what we're seeing in the video, Pedro was like, man, what would be the least entertaining part I could find about this game? Here it is. And that's pretty much what you have to look forward to if you manage to take a leak, brush your teeth, and grab a bite to eat on the way out the door. So, yeah, man. Not my dice. I gotta like straight up throw this just a nope. On the technical merits, if it doesn't open on the right monitor, the controls do not work with the Xbox controller, and that's just not fun.
Yeah. So on Fedora 30 64-bit with the i7 6700K GTX 1080 Ti. Yeah, it launches on like a super low resolution in a really big window on my secondary monitor. I've when you full screen works for me because like I can play games on this monitor. I just gotta re-angle myself. PS4 controller works out of the box. It actually vibrates too. There's an option for like when you're about to tip over, it'll vibrate the controller, which is actually kind of nice because otherwise you just kind of fall over randomly. The art itself, it reminds me a bit of like the old Control Alt Delete webcomic, a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Fun wise, I mean, QWOP was funny for a little bit. I always kind of find it funnier to watch than to actually play, just because it was more frustrating. I couldn't get QWOP to do any of the funny shit that everyone else could. It was just like, no. But like Manuel Samuel follows that formula and adds twists such as breathing and urinating. And I mean, like I get what they're going for with the narrator. I don't know if it's like Douglas Adams narration. I'm kind of more reminded of like Monster Prom, but it's not really landing for me. And like all the four horsemen of the apocalypse being edgelord teens, also, yeah, it's not really doing it for me. Yeah, this chick with a shotgun, she's like a big Metallica fan, I guess. She makes me exercise the brake in this car, which is annoying. Yeah, the gameplay itself, I mean, it's obnoxious. It's supposed to be. You've got to breathe in, you don't have to worry about breathing out. You can just breathe in ad infinitum, and like your lungs have an infinite capacity. Periodically you got to hit up, and walking, your first instinct would be to like hammer on left trigger, right trigger, but like there's a frame limiter, so that's how you start humping the floor.
Hump that carpet.
Hump that carpet. Indeed. I don't know. This game is very clearly a gimmick, and the gimmick does not work for me. I'm gonna give it one chair. It's not fun.
Yeah, and over here on KD Neon with the Ryzen 3700X and the GTX 1080, it launched out of the box at 850 by 540. I don't know why it decided to pick that resolution, but
it was the lowest one it supported. That's
yeah. And it said it was best experience with the controller, so I pick up the DualShock 4, the V2 in this case. I hit the button, let the Bluetooth sync, and it didn't work. It's like, okay, so quit the game, go into big picture mode. You don't actually need to go into big picture mode, but I just do because it's faster that way. Did that, set it to force enable the Steam input for DualShock, and yeah, it started working after that. But outside of these two issues, I really had no other problems. It's Unity. It throws 144 frames on screen at any point. So as for the fun, well, video games as an art medium are interesting. The interactive components is what sets them apart from the rest of the art mediums out there, and in my opinion, it's that interactivity that makes or breaks a game. So here is a game that makes that interactivity surface things which in other games you just assume that would be done automatically, like your character's breathing, or not breathing, or moving one foot at a time, or any of the other stuff that you yourself, IRL, don't really think about because it's muscle memory, and it's something that you kind of need to do to survive, so why would you? But in Manual Samuel, it's okay. Admittedly, it's not the first game to do it. QWOP, like Ven and Jordan already mentioned, and Octodad immediately jumped to mind, but in my opinion, having played QWOP and Octodad, this is the first game to do it successfully. Stay with me here. Any game which causes you to feel things or makes you aware of things that you weren't before you played that game wins. It just freaking wins, because regardless of my own feelings about it, and I wasn't a big fan of QWOP or Octodad or even this one, let's be honest, but Manual Samuel just fucking wins, because 2 hours after I put the controller down and I stopped playing, I was still very fully aware of my own breathing
Did you just
and
get
my
like
own
hung up on the driving thing?
blinking.
Because I know a lot of people, if you're watching the video version right now, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? They're just sitting in a car going back and forwards.
Well, the driving thing just happened to be when I hit record because I beat the second level. And it's like, okay, let's start recording now. And this was the section that happened to be there. But yeah, it's still one of those annoying, like, rage-inducing games because it forces you to do something that you really wouldn't have to do in any other game, because why would you? It's not fun. There's probably a reason that they didn't ask you to do it. But it's possibly the best of the bunch solely because it makes you very aware of the whole one foot, then the other, in time, get that cadence right. So yeah, I'll give it 3 chairs.
No, man. Like, I think Octodad has like a better premise than this, and
It's
that's where
definitely
like
got
a lot of
good story. Here's one thing I'm going to say about this game. Not hating on it to hate on it. Clearly a lot of work went into this. 100%. I mean, animation, story, voice acting, all that. For me, it just didn't apparently. Oh fudge.
hashtag #OFudge.
It didn't land. It didn't click. We bring up Octodad, and I think that is a very good point, because that game, it connected. Like you were feeling something.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Not for me, it didn't.
Yeah, yeah, for Octodad, for me, yeah, the premise and like just the sheer absurdity of it made it work.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you're just like marionette controlling some dude. So,
Well, I think maybe they made you don't like the character you're playing like in the first 10 seconds.
I don't like the character I'm playing. I don't like the character I'm forced to interact with nonstop with. So, like,
I think the moral of the story is if the Grim Reaper ever offers you a deal, tell him to go fuck himself, stay dead.
yeah, seems legit. Why would I want to come back to life anyways? Coming up next, we get we talk about the racing, and that's it. We got a tiny. We're spoiled. We had a big hate mail section last week, and we have a tiny one this week. It's sad. I'm gonna cry.
Sorry about the clicking, everyone. I will be setting up a Jitsi box at the end of this month. Let's get that set up. And
But yeah, no, I had no idea what the driving thing was until it's like, okay, I hit record, and that's what happened.
That segment was super long too.
which one?
The driving segment, like it felt longer than the other ones.
I didn't make it through it, man. I got bored.
12 minutes.
I got through it, and I was like, oh, now you get to go to work. I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna go take a nap.
That was 12 minutes according to my recording.
The immediacy, we were talking about this in Pretty Super Shows, was as soon as I realized if I just laid on the floor, I didn't die. Then it's like, you know what? Lay here. Quit breathing. Fuck off. I'm going to make some tea. I'll be back. Oh, look, he's still alive. What do I care? Well, Pedro found the driving part, and he really liked it.
No, I just started recording because it's like, oh, I beat the second level. Okay.
Oh man, I'm
And
sad.
that was
I
the
just
third
realized, I just realized none of us made a Manuel Samuel is driving a manual joke.
Nah, man.
No, Death was really very much trying to drive that in, and no.
No, he said it like the one time and never again. Here's how you use the clutch. Here's how you change gears. You're going to be using the opposite side of the controller because we're showing you from the front.
It's kind of weird. Testament to speak to that is because corporations and companies like people they can blame, so they can buy something, and
Yes.
if it fucks up, they got a single point of blame they can throw at, like unfuck this, or we're gonna sue you or some shit. You can't do that with
Yep.
Jitsi.
Service contracts.
Yep.
Service level agreements. I was working for a company once that had we had to pay that they were our customer, but we had to pay them $5,000 every time they raised an incident.
That's legit.
They
I mean,
negotiated a very good contract, is what you're saying.
No, yeah, no, our salespeople bent over, is what I'm saying. They bent over and emptied the entire bottle of Kentucky Jelly in them.
Alright, we have that. I think for the immediate after show, Pedro and I are going to be playing that new map in Golf with Friends.
Alright.
So there's your fair warning. After that, I'm open to suggestions.
While I play with myself.
Well, you're usually gone for 10 minutes after this.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
I've had a goatee and a mustache.
He looks like Spooky Fish.
That's what I need to do. I can, there's a version of me walking around with a goatee. He's the evil one.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was the good one.
Nah. Or threatened to cut off his knees, if he was. Not his legs. Just his knees, man. Scoop them out. Ice cream. Scoop.
Like a melon baller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was another one of me, Atomic.
Yeah, we've discussed that before. There's like multiple Vens.
What was
I've had people come up. I've had people come in and be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hi." Like, what? Why are you acting so weird? Because I don't know you. You're a random person who started talking to me. It's like, aren't you so and so's friend? I don't know anyone by that fucking name, man.
I had that happen to me once, and a dude walked up to me. It's like, are you one of the Renaissance Fair actor people that do like the reenactments of like the Hastings, the Battle of Hastings thing? It's like, no. Oh, because you look like one of those guys. It's like, oh, it's like the hair and the beard is. No.
I just like looked him down the eye and went, "K."
Bonjour.
Right? Dude, but you always got to play along if they're just like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, maybe that sentence is going, "Oh, here's that $50 though." You're like, "Thanks."
Yeah, maybe. Or it's like, "How's Lisa doing?" She died. And then just start like bursting out into tears.
Either that or explaining what you did with the insurance money.
while crying. I bought a boat.
It's an emotional support boat.
It keeps me afloat.
I filled the hole of the void of love with a boat. It works. Gets the job done. Oh, man. Is this thing behaving for the most part? Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, the deaf dude in Manuel Samuel is totally like Frank's nephew.
Could be.
Couldn't be?
Could be.
Frank, yeah.
Yeah. I really want somebody to do a low budget night boat series.
Night boat.
Yeah.
Heat Vision and Jack.
Something of that caliber, yeah. I'm interested to see what Tom Green cooks up. He's going to get back into, because if you think like early 2000s, mid 2000s, Tom Green had Webovision. He was doing what we're doing now. Then
He was doing memes, yes.
he had a full studio built in his living room, had guests over, and he was broadcasting that shit with Linux. He had a Linux guy to set everything up, and we're talking back in 2005, 2004. It was metal, just completely metal. And he's posting some of the old stuff, but he's going to get back into doing that. And yeah, I think Tom Green's cool again. He's Canadian.
He's from Ottawa. Yep.
And we can all appreciate Freddy Got Fingered.
Daddy, would you like? Daddy, would you like? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
I don't know how that got made. I'm just glad it did. That's a good.
Well, for a while,
dude.
For a while,
when
like,
I first saw
was...
it, I was just like, yes. Through the entire movie, I was like, what? Yes, this is perfect.
Yeah, for a good long while, like there's some Tom Green mania happening. Like,
oh, there was with the MTV thing.
Yeah, they threw some money at him. They're like, yeah, go make a movie.
That I don't know how that will be remembered in cinema history as like some modern critique on society. It's like, no, it was just fucking around. It's like, how unhinged can I make this? It's all there was to it. Then you had Zebras in America, which was the cartoon he was making in the movie. Look that up. All right. Let's get it done.
I'm flapping my albatross wings.
Select. Loaded. All right. And 3, 2.
And I suppose it was a short show, you know. As far as Linux Gamecast Weekly goes, this one was pretty short. Yes.
Succinct.
So,
like a tiger.
if you'd like to let us know
Toit.
whether you prefer them toit or really, really big, you can go on over to linuxgamecast.com, hit the contact button, and fill out the form. LGC Weekly is usually the default, unless for some reason you happen to be saving cookies weirdly. Which, you know, to each their own, I guess, but don't do that. Just
Do it. Come on. I dare you. Maybe not.
No.
Oh, man. I forgot to take this off. Whatever.
No, we can have Robe
I
Jordan.
completely spaced.
Oh, Jordan, sweetheart, you've been actively checked out tonight, man. It's cool. We still love you.
Yeah. I'm trying, man. My brain's not working.
Let's get into the one teeny tiny little bit of hate mail that we have to go on with the teeny tiny little show, and it's Tom, and he says, Hi, I'm an indie game developer who has just released a new top-down racing game called Ultimate Racing 2D on Linux. At the moment, gamepads are not working on Linux due to a bug inside the game engine being used, Game Maker Studio 2. As soon as this will get fixed, we will be able to fix it for you. I have included 3 Steam keys in case you would be interested. It's like, yeah, that is the requirement. Thank you.
Follow instructions.
Yes.
So, a long-standing tradition we've had on this show is, hey, man, you want to send us some copies of your game? We'll take a look at it, allegedly. Sometimes we don't, for your own good. But this is Ultimate Racing 2D. It is currently available, and as the developer just stated, don't fucking buy it right now because there's no controller support, and it's a racing game.
Unless you really, really like racing with keyboard and mouse.
It's currently evil when it does handstands. Yeah, Pedro might play it. You play with a keyboard sometimes. Let's see what it takes.
Yeah.
1204, 2 gigs of RAM, 700 megs of... Yeah, wait. How's the online? Online PvP?
All right.
We can
Apparently there's online, yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. We can all just pick somebody at random and gang up on them and run them off the track.
Oh man, yeah, it actually like implements proper collisions and like you can see like the little 8-bit guy like crawl out of the car with like half his face melted off, and he's like, kill me.
I paid extra for that, Pedro. What I was thinking is we do a public announcement on the server Friday, and we leave 1 extra spot. And anytime anyone joins, we just all turn on them.
Get him,
Plow them
boys.
off the track and pin them to a wall.
We
They're
see
done.
how long it takes to drive them out. That's the new game. Whoever can get the longest.
Yeah, I don't know. That requires a level of coordination that we probably lack.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's one of those theories. We're always awash with these ideas that never come to fruition.
Yes.
Always a good intent. What's with the Game Maker Studio? How many games have we seen on?
Hyperlight. There's been a
Okay.
couple. Yeah, there's been a
And
couple of
Hyperlight
those.
worked. I guess that was the first Game Maker Studio. It wasn't Game Maker Studio 2.
That's interesting. Hey, I'm going to say good on you, mainly for letting us know and letting us tell everyone that the game controls are knackered right now. So
Yeah.
looking forward.
Responsible disclosure.
Yeah. So that absolutely good on you for letting everyone know about that. But
Very much appreciated.
on that 400th beautiful squishy bombshell,
So tiny.
we cue the music. So squishy.
Bish.
You can always hop aboard the Nightmare Train at 8:30. Yes, that's right. That's one thing that's changed. Like a year ago. Anyway. Eastern Standard Moon Time. What time is that in Britannia? GMT?
That's 1:30 a.m. on
1:30.
Sunday.
So
What time is that? Is in Hong Kong.
right when you get home from
Fuck
the
you,
bars
that's
off the
when.
night bus, tune in. We'll be there. We'll give you hugs. They'll be sloppy, wet hugs. Don't ask. If you want to get in touch with me, at Vin Stone. Yes, at Vin Stone on Twitter. I'm there. I'm hanging out. Screaming my direction. Don't be too noisy, but I always say hi back or something like that. I'll at least read it. And just at Vin on mast.linux, gamecast.com, because that's the thing. And I'm there too.
Linux Gamecast Weekly is kind of like the Hotel California because you can check out anytime, but you can never leave. I'm pretty checked out, and you can find me just staring at a blank wall at the Burning Fool on Twitter or on Mastodon at Frojo at mast.linuxgamecast.com.
And if we're going to keep that analogy going, you can stab me with your silly knives, but you just can't kill this beast. So,
Can't kill
yeah,
the cheeks.
that accounted for on on Twitter. That's usually, well, not usually. That is the only way to get in touch with me, unless you want to be
See-
on Discord. I can send you my Discord username if you'd like.
See, for you, I would have thought you would go with the "Please bring me my wine." We haven't had that kind of spirit here since 1969.
Man, getting hold of Pedro is easy. Just mention his name somewhere, man. You could do it on, I don't know.
Do it. Just like leave a Pornhub comment that just says Pedro, and he'll be there.
That would require me to go to Pornhub. I haven't been there in a while.
Sure.
Story. You know what? Let's thank the people. Roll some credits. Boop.
Yeah. What kind of lotion do you use?
I have a giant thing because coconut. It smells like coconut. I have that type.
Episode
Closest
CD
thing to lotion
Turbo
I have, I'm putting into the
Turbo
vape thing.
Patreons? What?
Patreons.
Patri. All right.
It is episode
Turbo
CD though. 400.
Tree.
All right. We gotta thank Haplo, Artherin, Empty, The Atomic Ass, Mike G, Barbara, Albius, Matt Geek, Scoots, Frostclaw, Drummer 7, Slightly Aligning Thing, Lutris, LubraQuest, his mighty LibraQuest, and our producers like David S, Smashley G, Michael Egal, Jolly, Topical Gaius, Matthew, Yet Max Yabo, Stony Fish, Cresgy, Che, Mr. Alert, Michael N, Massimoni, Brad S, Dan
Grayson,
W,
Foxy, Todd, Nicole, 9 Bullets, Greg, North
Shervik
Ranger,
Von Havenstaden,
Sherry Wick.
Morscott, System T,
Nibbles.
KTW,
Ivandro,
Ertain, Nick, Linux Noob,
Jupiter
Rudy,
Buck,
Evandro, Master Drac, Gonzo 2000.
Steves do we have here?
Another Steve.
We got Steve, Stephen, and our new guys.
Raspberry,
Alex, and
Christian,
Christoph 3.
and Christoph.
Yeah.
What have we learned?
Nothing.
Correct.
Your mom.
Dynafire. We'll see you next week.
Kyle Linux is missing. Hey.
So, Linux Near is missing.
Yeah, because he just joined back up as a patron.
No, it's like Mario is
Fair,
missing. We
yeah.
gotta find him.
I don't think you're missing, Linux. These are only semi-automated So I'm not ruling it out. I can find out real quick. Where's that flat text file?
Control F, Kai Linux.
That's pretty much what Daddy's about to do. Nope, you're in there. KY Linux cast.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Woo Jung Woo, 34. Thank
Likely.
you.
Likely story. Okay, we're gonna kick over to the after shows. Yeah? Boom, boom.
After chosen.
Hey man, that's our word. Go with that where you will.
Oh, that's right. I need to install Golf with Friends. Okay.
Yeah, vote.linuxteamcast.com if you want to so say we none for that 400th time and vote on some show titles. Coming in first, Pro Train Prolapse.
I'm gonna pee.
And I'm gonna get abandoned twice. Veterans of the Trine Wars, which is true. That's long though.
Yeah.
Crash out of spite.
Fanny technology.
All right.
I'll give Fanny technology.
Yeah, that works on multiple continents. So much Fanny.
Linux Gamey Good Cast.
LGGC, man. That's the advanced version, right?
Isn't that like a guitar tuning or something?
Yeah, exactly. How do you tune to L? I want to see that.
With extreme prejudice.
Oh, I would be very careful, man. And you might like lose an eye tuning to L.
Mm-hmm.
That's some next level tutors. Dude. Oh, getting back into guitar is hard, man. My fingers are angry at me because I like noodle around for one day a week and it's just long enough to like injure them a little bit and toughen them up, but then it's another week.
But then yeah. You gotta like every day or every other day or something.
I'm in that perpetual every time I pick it up like ow, ow, ow.
Yeah.
That's great. And I'm playing with light strings too, not ultralights, but light. I probably should have got ultralights.
What do you usually go for strings?
Me, I always just used blue steels. For not for any sonic quality, they just take a long time to rust.
I thought because you're a big Zoolander fan. Blue steel.
Blue steel magnum.
Oh man, that's what you need to do. You need to get like a blue Stratocaster and like paint like Zoolander face on it, and then use the blue steel strings.
You can't play metal on a Strat.
I mean, that doesn't stop Dave Murray from doing it.
I mean, you can try to.
What do you call it? Yari Mainpa from Wintersun, for the first album, he was doing death metal on a Telecaster, so...
Well, here's the beautiful thing. Like, that's a very analog way of thinking. You can, as long as you give me something that's in tune, when I get done with it with amp simulation, and whatever I'm going to throw on top of it, it's going to sound however I fucking want.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just the stack, right?
That's it. I mean, like, stuff's there, man. Like, stomp boxes now, they're digital now, and it's a different world. It's an interesting world to explore.
A whole new world.
You want to see Bill Murray doing metal? What's wrong with you, Scott? Tonight.
Bill Myrtle.
I never had one of those Macs. I always wanted to get one of those Macs.
The fruity ones?
Yeah, just to do something with Project Mac.
I don't know. Like I said, I was looking at that 16-inch MacBook Pro.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I gotta convince work to like if they're gonna be buying Mac Pros anyways. Like, hey man,
how much you love me?
Yeah, I would like to be able to drive one of my 4K monitors with my work computer. Apparently the GPU on those can do 2 5K screens. I don't know how true that is, but
at 30 hertz maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Over Thunderbolt, yeah.
Eat that banana, Pedro. Eat it.
Salty, thank you very much for gifting Barless 2 months worth of resubs.
What was it? You know what's really going to happen is Jordan's going to be like, yo, man, these are my specs. And I'm like, all right, cool, we got you, fam. And they're going to show up and drop off a Surface Pro. Like, there you go. Fam.
So, the IT in my company is pretty like they don't even give out Windows PCs. They give people Chromebooks.
Oh, that's mean. I mean, on an evil footing, I respect that, but like I wouldn't like I would be scared if there was ever an emergency or like a mild emergency where I needed assistance from anybody that would come back and bite me. Like,
Well, I mean, like for like the marketing people and people writing ad copy and whatnot, they don't need a fucking they need Google Docs.
But those are the ones that typically demand the most tricked, specced out pieces of kit.
Oh yeah, no, I need that Mac Pro. Like you just make slideshows. Yeah,
Retina.
right.
Yeah.
I need to be able to look at the borders of each individual
Okay,
slide.
well, could you explain to me what are your requirements for it? It needs to be better than that person's.
Yeah.
That person that I think is below me has a better laptop, so I want a better laptop.
Welcome to the corporate world, kids.
I just want to be able to simulate my freaking environment so I don't have to fucking justify Amazon costs to my boss. That's all I really want. All right, I'll be back. You guys enjoy your gilf.
Well, there's an update queued for Black Mesa. Huh. What have you updated?
Oh, yes.
You know, Steam, it'd be great if you put news on the damn page for the game. That'd be neat. Come on, open.
Game's done quick and hotfix 1.1, so I guess they were fixing some of the
Things.
speed running. Yes.
Broad brush, but accurate. Okay, you go back there, and let's load the X composite. Boom. That's a bit big.
Oh, that's background music. Oh, that was for like 2 seconds, and then it went away. Good.
Hey. I can mute it, or you guys won't hear it. Okay, that's set up. Let me just get everything put together, then we will light up Discord. So if you want to hop in the after shows, then detect best. Nope. Continue. Host. Max players. Password. Confirm. And host. Dude, I'm hosting the fuck out of this game, son. It's never been a host like me. I'm like 3 hosts wrapped in one. I'm like a host burrito. Full of green
I see
penis.
the Ven host.
Right.
So I assume it's the password of the passwordiness. Yes, it is.
They're coming in. All right. That's good. Let's see. Let's light up Discord. Discord 1, 2. Mute. Let's pull that down. Oh, right. Wait. No, this is Outdoor 5. I don't have to arm record in order to hear things like you do in Outdoor 6 for all reason. I'm going to have words about that. So let's pull mute.
Happy Saturday.
I hear a Scott.
Ah,
Hello.
Hello, Scoots. Hello, Mir.
ooh. You guys are
And a
loud.
Jill.
Yeah. Let me see what they're coming through. Are you
Do,
good?
do,
WebRTC.
do, do,
Do do do.
do.
Baby shark.
Hello. Hello, Alan.
Hello.
Okay, that's interesting. Which is never a good sign when I say something's interesting.
You're not sending audio to Discord. Yes.
Yeah, we just got Ben.
Oh, I think I know. Let me see.
You can always actually hear them?
But I don't stuck tonight.
So
But I know I will.
You know what? I'm just going to mute them for a minute. As much as I love tech support. It's like golf with your friends is having an issue with OpenGL overlay. It's like jack it up Discord. Mm-hmm. Did you see how slow that refresh was? Hardware acceleration.
Oh.
I'm gonna cut it on. You can see that.
Crash.
No, restart, son.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if that's sorted the... Hey, it's moving at a normal speed. And... Oh, they're still going, too.
Well, there's 9 people in the lobby, so there's 3 more slots if anyone would like to join.
Come on, Exalty. Jump in.
Yeah, Exalty.
Oh, was that just Jill that's breaking up?
Huh?
Sounded like it.
Joe, disconnect the Discord and reconnect again.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
There we
Alright.
go.
Ooh,
Yep, you're back.
Am I
That
coming
sounded
in
crackly.
better here?
yeah.
Can anyone else barely hear Mir? Is it just me?
He's low, yeah.
Mia's always
Am I?
low.
Oh.
He's always low.
I was asking about that, you motherfuckers.
We couldn't hear
Oh,
you.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
you because you're so low.
That problem
Yeah.
solved. Yeah?
Okay, am I coming in a little better now?
Yes.
Yes. You are.
Okay.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, guy.
Hey,
Hello, Pennywise.
you sound okay to me, Joe.
Yeah, you're never crackling to me.
Yeah. Like I had to reconnect to hear Ben.
What's this thing? Oh, man. All right. Do you see that windmill
What?
barely moving?
That frame.
Yeah.
Delicious. I was out getting pizza. My wife messaged me. She's like, "What are those noises?" I'm like, "Those are gunshots, honey." She's like, "Why are there gunshots?" I'm like, "Because we live in Baltimore City."
That'll do it. Okay, I'm actually going to try to run this through Proton. I don't trust this.
Alright, fair enough.
I'm just getting
Okay.
bad touch vibes from lighting this thing up.
Yep.
Why does Discord have a party hat on? Is that supposed to be a party hat? Look at
Maybe it's a
the
mask.
system tray icon. I don't know.
Ah. No idea.
I could be hallucinating. This is also a distinct possibility.
Very.
No, my tray icon doesn't have a party hat.
I'll see what I can do in a minute. First, let me get this
Yep.
up and running. 506. All right. I don't know what the hell it is, man.
Yeah, the
It's not longer.
the
it's not
windmill
longer-
is now back to being buttery smooth.
Yeah.
I have 2 minutes to finish the update.
What's got to finish up there?
I don't know. Linux Nerd was like, oh. That's all he did. I'm like, oh. All right. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm seeing. Just...
Empty fine.
I noticed that.
I should probably.
Mine
Hi,
doesn't look
what?
like that.
Empty as friend.
That is an icon glitch.
Do you see where I was kind of feeling the party hat, though? It looks like a fez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kinda.
it
it
does.
does.
Discord says. Aw.
That's an amazing icon.
Hi, Steam.
Yeah.
That works, by the way.
That is the sound of steam.
Everything just goes to pot. We'll blame Proton.
Yeah, why not?
I don't
April
know, man.
Fool's, good.
What was that, Scott?
I was gonna say for April Fool's, Discord should wear VLC as a hat.
Safety wizard.
Wasn't VLC celebrating something maybe a month ago or something? I thought the
Yeah.
icon changed. I mean, we're all accustomed to the Santa hat.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
Christmas time, there's always a Santa hat. That's fine.
Now it's gonna have a face mask.
Oh wow, that went full screen. The game's afoot. Let's see if I can. Maybe I'll see you guys on the flip side. We'll find out. Let's see. Help and options. Video. How about not 3840 by 2160?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it always defaults to that on Ultra HD.
Let's do a little tiny window, 1920 by 1080. Windowing.
Oh.
No, go to 320 by 200.
I
24.
Push his staff.
who else has a problem like your first attempt at 1920 by 1080 is 1920 by 1280 and you're like, why is this wrong?
Why is this 5x4?
Right.
For me, it was 1920 by 1200 for a long period of time.
I never understood why they made a by 1200.
Spite.
1610, man. 1610.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I still love that.
1610.
You can literally watch a 1080p video and still have room for an icon bar.
No word of a lie. The reason why is because back in 2007-ish or that around area, 2006, whatever, people thought that widescreen was going to be too wide for practical desktop uses. So you started having
And they were
16 by
right,
10
Scott.
monitors.
We're all just living in an abomination, a nightmare,
Yeah.
dystopian future of monitors that
I
are
didn't
too
mind
wide.
4x3.
And then
Super ultra wides.
they also had sidebar. Windows Vista had sidebar, and there was a bunch of things that people implemented because they thought that people aren't going to use the entire space. And then they just did, and they're like, well, shoot. And then they got rid of all that crap.
The two NVIDIA Shield tablets I have on Android, they're 1920 by 1200 screens. And it's like you have a full 1080 picture with the extra vertical pixels just being the back home and running apps button.
I have like a professional grade NEC monitor from many years ago, and it's by the 1200, and it looks really.
Oh yeah, I had an HP that I used as a television for many years.
New lobbies back up. Everyone join on then.
Hey! Oh,
Yes.
We'll grab a drink, then we'll play
Alright.
some holes.
Already drinking. I think I'm
With a
on
hole.
third.
Courtney Love?
music is driving me
No,
crazy.
no.
Wait, what the hell?
Bad Courtney.
What?
What?
Golf music. We need golf music. So let's
Oh, yeah.
get that. And
So golf music, so in other words, silence.
Wait, where's my golf music? You monster game.
It's gone.
We'll find out. It's probably just going to get really loud in a minute, so you guys won't hear it. But the stream, fair warning.
Oh, we're waiting for Jill, are we?
Of course.
There she is. Okay. Confirm.
Yeah, I had to
Oh
exit.
wow! Just
I
in
had to
time.
exit out. Yeah, same here. It wouldn't
Yeah.
allow me to do anything in the overlay.
Oh, it's glitchy.
What's glitchy?
The game.
I mean, it's always been.
Oh my
so-
god!
Wow, this is like 2 frames a second, dude. Nice. Well
Really?
done, lads. Well done.
It's Dante's
I'm getting good.
Peak, the golf.
Oh, it's
Good news, everyone.
I'm getting
wait.
60.
Where do we go?
No worries.
Oh,
Yay,
that
getting
in one.
150.
Whoa! I got in par.
Hole in one.
That's never gonna happen again.
Oh, no.
Just par.
Don't forget, you can spam quick chat.
Oh,
Double boogers.
I'm just impressed that they've tanked the performance like this, and now the audio doesn't work. Well done.
Oh no!
Oh, there's Stargates.
I'm getting
Stargates.
glorious 50. I'm getting huge. I'm getting 60.
I'm getting around 70.
Yeah, I'm getting around that too. Pedro, you've got the RX in your.
Oh, jeez.
No, you're the 1080.
No, this is with the GTX 1080.
Yeah, I'm
Who's got
getting
1080 too?
155 on the RX 580.
Wow, I suck.
To be fair, I'm playing at 2560 by 1440.
Planet.
Whoa! Vin got it in one.
Yeah.
run, running
Jill, you're
perfectly
so
fine
quiet.
on a 660.
Ah! Fuck!
I
Fuck!
don't know
Fuck! Fuck!
exactly
Fuck!
how the frame rate is though.
The hell?
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think I'm going to be able to play this with you guys. Sorry. The performance is bad. That was a fun experiment. Maybe they'll get it fixed.
Left 4 Dead.
Yep. Think we're just going to close out with some Left 4 Dead.
All right. I was actually
Okay.
going to suggest Google Feud, but yeah, Left 4 Dead's good.
You have these, you got to hit me with this like earlier in the week. This is like 3rd week in a row, man. You're like, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm 100% down with that, but I'm not set up to do that.
Are we ever gonna do Serious Sam again?
Ask
When the new-
Jordan.
When the new one comes out,
Yeah, when it comes out.
we've played through them all.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're on a different game there, Jill.
Yeah.
Skip.
Everyone's playing Left 4 Dead.
It's such a metal loading time.
Playing 5.
I have 5 friends.
More than I have.
And remember, the best time to message me on Steam is when I'm in the middle of a game. Totally block
Oh, I won't block you. I just won't see the notifications because they're disabled. And by the time I see it is usually when I hit the shutdown button and the window comes up for like half a second. It's like, oh shit, there was a message there.
Not a good way of getting in touch. I don't know why people think it is.
Where do you want to play, Jordan? You
Where
pick.
do I want to play?
Mhm.
What was the one where you have to like go through the rainstorm through that cornfield of witches?
Hard rain.
Hard rain.
That was between me.
Yeah.
Tell Freddy what's nice.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we could do Serious Sam too. In my experience, even the native version is pretty crashy.
We did Serious Sam.
No. we did the second encounter. There's a Serious Sam 2 that is a radically different game from all the other Serious Sam.
Windows only.
Yeah. No, there's a Linux version.
You're talking about Serious Sam 3.
2.
Serious Sam 2 came out on Linux.
Yeah.
There's one that didn't come to Linux. I think that's Serious Sam 3rd encounter.
The Serious Sam 3 was BFE, and maybe... No, it did.
There's a radically different one that you're talking about. That was never on Linux. But Serious Sam 2, yeah. Serious Sam came, I have that disc.
Well, no, because there's second encounter, and then there's 2, which are 2 different games.
Yes.
That might be it. It's not confusing at all, Pro Team.
Oh, you know what? I guess Serious Sam 2, it was Windows only. But it had like vehicles and shit, and it was a very different game.
Listen, they coordinated with Intel's SKU gaming team for their gaming and things like that.
Matthew, the top-down version did come to Linux. We reviewed it.
Yeah.
That and the game that was not Serious Sam, that was top-down, was it running backwards?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, you can license the Serious 2 engine.
They still make you pay for that. You just have to like go up and like do a curve over them.
Well, I mean, like, if you want the Serious engine, like the current one that has like the VR shit, you can probably just ask Pro Team and be like, okay.
So apparently I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick.
And Ven is Rochelle. And the Burning Fool is Coach. And Mr. Alert is Ellis.
Let's email GC.
We all saw
Jill is so quiet.
Got 100. Put up 110.
Weird. She's like barely audible.
The new budget Ryzen CPU.
No.
$109 for 4.3 meters, quad core.
There's not going to be any gas.
It's not too bad.
Oh man, I just had that. I hit the wrong thing and I struggled backwards and stuff.
Oh man.
What nightmare is this?
Backwards world, motherfuckers.
Oh, I don't need to go up, left for wop.
Left for quad dead.
I tried to hit, but that failed.
Oh, that's right. We gotta save the health packs here because they're gonna be there when we come back. Oh shit! I got smoke through the roof.
Yeah, you did.
Through the roof.
Just get in.
Good hit.
All right, let's get
that ammo.
And the boomer. Hi, Scott.
Hi.
Gotta take out that spitter, man. Yeah, that's been prolific in this particular match. Yeah. Okay, I gotta heal myself. Please cover me.
Go for the heals. I got you. Totally.
Yeah.
I'll be over your page or whatever. Don't do anything.
Excellent. All right.
Not the wish, but the spirit.
Debate them.
Debated.
We're the masters.
We're the masters of
Debaters.
We're the master asters.
I'm back.
I'm coming.
No, thanks.
You know what?
I was going down one way, and I was just back quick.
Nope.
There are some times where they do that where you can't go back.
What the?
There's a smoker and a boomer.
Up and around. I got
And there's the smoker that got me. Thank you.
It's a good thing zombies are afraid of ladders. Right, zombies?
I don't think they got this.
Alright.
Equalizer.
Yeah. Chainsaw.
Not bad.
Me gusta. Mucho que spitter. Where did it come from?
Go. God damn it.
The jockey.
Get him off me.
There you fucker. You're on the roof.
You deserved it. Every bit.
Every breath you.
I died. Dude.
Alright.
Shark on our way back.
Shoot your teammates. That's what I gotta get.
Alright. Spitter's still out there. That roof gives her
That's why she'll reveal herself eventually.
Can we stop?
Don't shoot me, please.
Oh, fucking heal yourself. No, you're fine.
Dang.
Heads up. Can we not shoot each other?
Is all one dead again?
Yeah.
You gotta heal up. You gotta like not run around with like 2 hit points.
Get up. Reloading.
What if I had the means to?
Heal.
Well, there were a bunch of med packs at the beginning.
Thanks.
And then slide command.
Garage sale. Right. I guess we're moving towards the garage sale.
Watch out, behind you.
Linux Guru, that's not how you play on Hunter.
Shut up!
Get to the garage sale. Great deals.
Great deals!
I started a village. How?
Damn it.
Alright, smoke! Did I? No. I got smoke.
Yeah, I got smoke and someone's getting jockey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whoa!
Back this way, lads. Come on.
Yeah, down here. Let's go.
Whoa, Black Lady!
Ambulance.
Bam.
Reloading.
Garage sale. There should be some guns.
Watch out.
I'm an AK. I'll take the AK. Thank you.
Spitter!
Holy nice!
I got the spitter.
Alright. Hello, AK-47.
Yep.
When you positively absolutely need something. Yeah, you know what? I didn't run out of chainsaws. Fuckers, come on.
Oh, God damn it. I got smoker and jockey. God damn it.
You got Smoky. Now you know how to do it.
What's there?
Smocking. We need some med kits. Like,
Yeah. We should be getting to the safe house.
That's because we're safe house.
Yeah.
I moved so slowly because I'm injured. Oh, I got honored.
Hey, we want med kits.
I really do.
Dude, there's like
I have like 7 hit points left.
Come on, Pedro. You know the strat. We teammates abandoned them.
I would.
I'm down. Whatever, leave me. Let me die.
Nope. Yeah. Team up.
We got your back. Come on. Let's go.
Wow. This is like unexpected. I don't. Oh shit! I got smoker.
God.
Let's go.
Come on. You got this time. Really. Get it in. Get it in.
I was gonna get hurt if I didn't do that.
We suck.
Oh boy.
Listen, we pulled it off. We pulled it off.
Yeah, I had reverb on.
God.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay, now things have swapped.
It's our turn now.
Yeah, then there's a really bad echoing.
Jill,
on
I've
the
already
live-
addressed it.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, what the hell?
I know, right?
Hey.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this?
You shoot me again, and I will.
Go.
Patience.
Patience.
Oh no.
Not good. Through the roof.
Jockey, help!
What the fuck are you two
Stop
doing?
shopping!
What the fuck are you two doing? Come on.
I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun time watching Alan. Alan's like, I'm spoiled for choice. I'm just running in circles.
I don't want to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles. All right, that was a pretty good jockey for me.
Oh, goddammit, who caught me now? Oh, John,
Okay, we gotta make this count.
I'm all the way over here, guys.
Oh my god.
I got far with you, man.
There we go.
Behind you!
Yeah.
Oh man.
Behind you!
That was a good combo I did with Pedro.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Mr. Alert's taking care of business over there.
Damn it.
All day. Oh.
Ow.
Yes!
Oh, you got one.
Dead.
I got one.
This level is rough. Holy shit.
There's a lot to like just getting out of this little fuckbox.
Right. And because you have to defend it later. So, like.
Hi.
There's Jockey G's!
Jockey G's.
Oh, jeez, guys.
Now,
I'm
where
fully
are
jockey.
you?
Oh, gee, Jockey.
Hey, Smoker, what the hell?
I'm Jockey Rick.
Scott, clearly the strat is to remain in the same spot so we can just come back to
Come
it.
on.
Oh man, I got so many people as a smoker.
Oh man. There we go.
Oh, that's an easy job. I can do this.
Yeah, that's right.
And you
I wonder if it tracks. I wonder if it tracks med kits individually per team. So if like you use them all up now,
Ha.
they get
Someone
fucked
please
later.
keep me out. That'd be great.
Covered in boomer goo.
we're coming.
That'd be great. I'm just getting a massive game right now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Nice
Give me this over
strats.
there.
I'm done.
Yep.
Oh god
God
damn it.
damn it.
One for Vin.
Wait, I want to shoot
Peeling
teammates.
off without everyone, though.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Hey, let's keep going.
Well, you three fucktards were sucking each other's dicks in the corner.
That's somebody else's fault.
and-
There you go.
We did die.
Fucking Dixes and making. Oh god damn it. Oh, I'm about to die. We're trying to keep Jill alive. Ah, gross.
I'm the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, get charged.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh. Ground and pound, baby. Where's the beef?
Beefcake!
Right.
Beefcake!
Oh god, no, that's a tank. Stop, onto that.
Ooh, decisions, girlfriend.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna die anyway.
Fuck, right.
That's the right attitude, Scott. That's what I like to hear.
The next mirror, it's up to you. Go!
Yeah, that's a bad decision.
Just run! Go! Keep
Oh wow.
Oh shit, we lost Alan.
There we go.
God damn it!
He's getting crashed here.
Never mind.
Sink him.
Yep.
Well,
Got him.
Got him. I'm just taking pot shots at him for extra points.
Go, Linux Canary.
Yep.
I fucking finished last.
You feel tough.
All right. Okay. All right.
Ven did the most damage to the survivors, so yeah.
No,
very
remember,
good.
everyone,
Alright, there we go.
the best
I know.
strat is to blame your teammates.
I cut that fucking witch's head off with an axe. So yeah.
I say we have a vendetta.
Wow. I wasn't even a spitter and I got on the board.
Yeah, free puke.
Ray puke. Do I want? Do I want to
Alice?
switch to the combat shoddy?
What, do we got a bot?
Yeah, we lost Alan.
Oh well, I'm coming back in.
You know
yeah.
what?
So let's wait for him. He can just drop in.
Wow, Jordan, you forgot to get something.
There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Ah.
damn it!
Ha ha.
Damn it! Damn it!
My
Damn it!
turn. Yes, son.
Oh,
Damn, I wish
poor
I could be a
Jordan.
shotgun. Jordan got it last time.
Yeah, I usually I'm more on it and I'll make a beeline for it, but
I stumbled across it, man. I was like, AK and nope. This is the equalizer in this game.
yeah, if that or the machete, like those are the two, like they'll fuck some shit up. Ooh,
Oh man.
Yep. Have fun with that. Hi, Alan.
oh, we can just go out here. Haha.
I'm trying, man. It won't let me.
Oh, fuck.
Ah,
Thank you.
Where we go? You missed.
oh,
Damn it.
ah!
Oh, won't let me up there.
Oh, no.
Life funds away. Don't worry, buddy. Got it.
Thank you.
Guys, do you know this is my third time to play this game?
Quit bragging.
Wow, you've played this game before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must be a Linux user.
Yeah. At Linux Canary, last time I played as the spitter because I'd never done that before.
All right, help please, help please.
Torn between doing something.
All
All right.
I'm getting smokered.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not. No. It's just fine.
I'm getting smokered back.
No. Stop it. Damn it.
Yeah,
He's doing fine.
Charger.
that was the thing that happened.
Yes, I heard a charger.
Okay, the strategy is to stop it. Okay, then it will happen. You dick.
Oh.
Ooh,
Hope you
pipe
enjoyed that. Hope it was good for you. That was a
bomb.
Oh yeah, watch your aim here because that's where the witches are. God, and there's a boomer there too.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no, I got boomed.
I'm so blind.
Come on.
Man, I wish I had a katana to blindly swing around.
Dude, it's awesome. It's everything you made it out to be.
No.
I am definitely applying the zero fucks given strat right now.
It's so good.
That is
Well, if that's what we're doing.
Come on, let's just go mow some more down. Oh, I almost got a swing off too.
God damn it.
All right, everyone, how many of you I saved this game? There we go.
I'm out of ammo for the main gun, so.
Fuck.
Damn it, I gotta reload my katana. Hang on.
Yeah.
Smokered back here.
Alan.
I don't think they care.
Oh, Pennywise. I replaced it.
God damn it.
She's dead.
I'm covering you
Oh
clowns.
man, that was really close. Thanks.
Boomer!
Oh,
Alan.
Yeah, come at me, zombies. Does not end well for you.
How did I assist Ben? How did it say I assisted Ben?
Well, I'm gonna
Don't
die.
shoot me.
The game's not perfect, it makes mistakes.
Okay.
Well,
thanks.
Either heal or have some pills.
I'm not trying to get into the hills, I'm just not getting any covers. Well, I'm dead.
There we go.
Yeah. You're also in a pool of acid.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm right next to a med pack.
Jockey here.
Ben is dead.
Watch out, behind you, Alec.
Come on, Scott.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
I'm dead.
Come on!
God damn.
All right, we gotta
Get
do
the med
better
pack.
as the. Gotta do better as the Zambos.
God.
I gotta heal myself, man. If I take another shot, I'm dead.
Jeez. He's getting hit by everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Kill Pedro! Damn it.
Okay.
Oh,
Cover
you
me.
got the qualified ride where you got like boomed, spat, and jockeyed at the same time. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
we gotta run. We gotta bail. Pedro, which way?
This way.
This way.
And around.
I wonder if there's a
Hello,
respawn
Pedro.
point here.
Oh no, the thing here, I just want freaking
Okay,
AK.
no.
Gimme.
Never mind.
Have they made a Left 4 Dead gaming golf game?
Golf with zombies? Well, wait, what? No, it was fucking on Desura. There was like a zombie golfing game.
Oh yeah.
Where you had to,
There
where you had to,
was, yeah.
Yes.
I'm spacing on the name right now, but it was 100% a thing.
Oh shit! We had the shotgun and
Shotgun putt-putt or something, or like
Yeah, I'm vaguely remembering that.
zombie golf.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like straight up zombie golf.
put it in.
Whoa. Okay.
Where are we supposed to go?
Up. I
Oh
think.
no.
Pedro, we go up.
Whoa.
Get him, boys. Come on, get him.
There's a hunter behind you.
Yeah, there was.
There was a hunter. They're the
I don't know how to
hunters.
crouch.
Okay. There we go.
50%.
Oh, hang on. There's a van running off. Catch him.
Yeah, there's a vent running off.
Yeah, I'm trying to cover him at least with the camera.
Mind the witches. Mind the witches.
Yeah, but like, you can kind of. Yeah, which.
Yeah, the walking witches, you can just walk around them.
Oh, you gotta go. Watch out for that charger. Watch out for that charger, then.
Oh,
Nope. Too late.
God damn, the charger got
Oh,
me.
yes!
Got him. Got the
I
charger.
almost all health.
Pedro, if you want me quick enough?
Yes.
Overrun.
Shoot that zombie, please.
I'm working on it, Brad. I'm out of. Okay, go.
about a katana.
At the speed of smell.
I want to get up these stairs. Leave me alone.
No!
Stupid zombies.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Die!
Yeah.
Elevator. Arise, elevator.
Chicken,
Yeah, you
alright.
did.
Hunter behind you, Pedro.
Yeah,
Oh, of course
I'm
I move him
shooting.
towards Pedro. Shoot.
Oh, man, finally, I got someone with this thing.
Listen, if all I can do is spot for you, this is what I'm gonna do.
That works. That absolutely works.
On here. Shit.
I am out of ammo for the AK. I am down to pistols.
Damn it.
Ah, yes! Finally.
God
No,
damn
don't
it.
shoot
Stay alive, Pedro. Fuck me.
Stay alive to survive. Oh no, he's fucked. He got boomed.
Yeah, I got boomed right in the corner.
Yes! Finally.
All right, we just got to do better as Zambos.
Yes.
Rum does not help me.
Katana,
I really should not be drinking this rum.
My katana. Do 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 do.
Oh my God.
Do 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 do.
My
My
Sharona.
katana.
No, my Corona.
My Corona.
That gets over here too if you don't have any.
My
Oh, y'all do.
Corona.
Out of here. Is this an escape room?
Yes, out here.
Downstairs.
Oh.
Alright, yep. I'm ready.
It's the easiest escape room.
All right, Jordan.
Go.
Yep.
I got the spits if you got the grabs.
Yep. That's the plan.
Can we get a hole in that window?
Yeah,
there?
I'm just gonna run.
Yep. There you go.
Ah, god damn it.
Like that.
There goes the spits on him.
Here's all. Jockey.
Recharging my salvia.
Scott, do you mind calling out that you're being stomped? That'd be nice.
I did.
You did?
All right.
Yeah,
That worked.
charger.
That worked reasonably well.
Come on, Pennywise.
You gotta beat the meat.
meat tenderizer on that.
Go.
Winning.
Yeah.
Winning.
Suicide lead, man.
Yep.
Suicide lead.
Get him.
Keep moving.
Where do we go? Where do we go, guys?
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go now?
God damn it. If I want to shoot teammates, let me.
Hi, Rohit.
Ow.
Hi,
I can't see anything.
yes.
Oh yeah, this can get interesting.
I don't see a damn thing.
Keep pushing forward.
Ah.
Oh. I got some hits.
Yep. Pedro's creeping. I see him.
And I'm down.
Oh, this.
What the fuck?
Aw. Do I gotta wait for them?
God damn it.
I'm still on the ground, you know.
Hey, how you doing?
Just fine. Hi.
God damn it.
No rest.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No rest.
I had Linux Neuro for just a good 3 seconds there.
Yeah, but it was satisfying. Yeah. Best 3 seconds you could ever have.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm out of ammo. Oh, fuck, boomer.
Haha.
Boomer.
You don't need to fire, let the motherfucker burn.
Right there, Linux Mirror, come on.
What's up, Ellen? What's our strat?
I was just trying to spit
Got
at
it.
people.
Fucking jockey got me.
Yeah, he did. You're delicious. Oh, man. I got another one? Cool. Take 2.
Got him.
Hey, you're reloading? Neat. Yeah.
And that's that. A tank is approaching. Ven
Oh,
is
shit.
becoming the tank. God damn it.
God, no.
He gets the katana and he gets the tank. What horseshit is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben's doing good.
The RNG gods have
I don't
blessed.
have
Survivors are 25% of the
Oh
way
my
there.
god.
Linux.
Ceiling tank watches you masturbate.
25%.
Ooh, there's one.
Fuck off, whoever
Well,
that
I
is.
killed Pennywise.
Hi. Boom. Boom.
I'm not dead yet. I feel happy.
Feel bad. Here. Have that.
Oh, poor Scoots.
And they're dead.
Really?
Yeah. Victory.
Victory! By 800, damn. At least none of us got a defibrillator penalty.
Alright. Okay, alright.
Good game.
Was it though?
That was a
Team
pretty good game.
LGC's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my
2-0.
point, yes.
Okay, we got one more versus then.
Alright.
So we got this, then we get to be the zombies.
Is there katana? Is there katana? No.
Hey, look, katana.
Pills? Pills!
Yep. You know what? Never underestimate the. Yeah, no, let's stick with the pistol.
The boomer bell's pretty good, especially if they get a tank, because
Let's not give them too much time to.
we got
Boop the
got
tank
the
with
fool.
How do you get up there?
This is when the rain starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't rain all the time, Pedro.
Oh my god, a Crow reference? Really?
You're asking a rhetorical question? Really?
Watch out, there's a charger in the grass.
Behind you, Mr. Alert.
You gotta keep them separated.
I'm getting
Suckers.
Oh!
Smoker and the boomer.
boomer.
God damn it!
Still on the roof.
Hey, lads.
This guy. Come here.
There you go.
Whoa!
Follow the dead Vin. That's the right direction.
Yeah, alright. I'm coming.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
someone's being.
I'm trying to
shouldered.
shoot you from here, and that's not working.
Alright.
Jeez, what Stormtrooper Academy did you fuckos graduate from?
Riding on the shoulders of giants.
Oh, we're going to the middle of the corn here.
Not that way.
Yes, we're going
Yeah.
to the pipe.
Is this the pipe?
No, this pipe.
It's the big pipe.
I don't know, man.
See, the guy up top, that's me. Follow me.
Follow me into the trees.
There's a charger behind you, charger behind you, charger behind you.
Ah, damn it. How do I treat this?
Okay, into the elevator after we get the smoker and the boomer.
Oh god, I got smoked. Or I got boomed. Alan got
Suppressing
smoked.
fire!
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Anybody?
Then
Why are we not going up, Pedro?
Because I want to try and get Mr. Alert free.
Well,
it's too late. It's too late for him.
I'm
Yeah, let's go up
incapacitated,
then.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Go on without
Bye,
me.
Mr.
Or whatever.
I'm also out of
Have
ammo,
Mr.
so that's a
Alert.
problem.
Yeah,
What
I'm
happened?
running. I'm running low
okay,
myself.
I'm doing this right now.
There's a spitter up there too.
Yeah, there is.
Go right through the mouth.
Watch out, watch out.
Oh, tank.
Oh! Bye bye.
Ah, I got charged, but I got the tank on fire at least.
Alright, okay.
Hey, come on.
I like this guy.
I'm trying to shoot the tank.
No, don't shoot the tank!
Oh.
Raider's on epic mode.
Fuck.
Ow! Get over here. Oh, no, where are you going? Go back here. Get over here. Come here.
Go
There
down,
we
tank.
go.
Oh my
Finally.
Tanks to meet you.
Tanks for nothing.
Tanks for the memories.
Tanks a bunch.
That was almost perfectly linear for the.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know how to play.
Now it's time for my
humans.
favorite part of the game, reprisal.
Yeah, this is where we take what we learned in the last mode and we apply it to them.
Oh, this is where we just stay in the safe room.
That's why you always die, John.
Okay, we win then.
Yeah, first to go in the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Actually, you guys first aid.
Hey, the safe room has a toilet.
Followed by Scott.
but doesn't have toilet paper. The true hallmark of the apocalypse,
It
Scott.
does. That's 3 rolls. There are 3 rolls.
Man, that was a shit apocalypse that Valve envisioned.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. All right.
Oh. That's
Okay.
All ready? We'll get
All
up.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my strat. What do we got here?
I'm going to be an opportunist hippity hopper.
Yeah. Opportunizing
say-
very much.
I gotta do the divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Good time, call Jordan.
I mean,
I very much wish to pick on an isolated fella.
Go.
that's if they make it out of their
Exactly.
safe space.
Yeah.
We are gonna die.
Which they don't seem to be.
Nope. They're not very motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if we can help them.
Oh, boomer, running.
What the hell?
Well,
Already?
someone got boomered.
All right.
Oh shit.
Well, they did
Damn
that
it,
fire to
Get out of
themselves.
there, my
So.
bullets.
All right, go. Go.
Oh, I'm scared.
Well, you die. Come on.
There we go. So it begins.
YOLO! Oh shit! Shit!
Come on, keep up.
Got one.
Me, motherfucker!
Got him.
Jockey.
Fuck!
All right, that was good. That confused them.
God damn it. Acid.
Going.
All right, cool.
They're on an acid trip.
Oh my god.
We can't-
Oh man, they're already doing better than us.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they're already
Get on.
there.
You can heal inside here.
I mean, we
do you
still won
fucking
2
won?
out of 3, but it could have been a wash.
Quit being defeated.
Okay.
Come on, push the button. I'm healing.
I can't see a button. I'm acid.
We didn't.
Someone, okay.
We didn't
Everyone
fully
healed good.
embrace the fuck box until we got upstairs.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
I am
We
stuck
are
in this elevator with these clowns. I can't get anywhere advantageous.
We are gonna die.
Just run. Do not let them.
Where? One where?
Anyway.
That's right.
Anywhere. Okay.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
God damn it.
Smoker.
Hello, my lovely.
And the charger. The smoker,
wish
what are you
you-
doing?
The very best.
Tank. Do it.
Who's the tank?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh! God damn it.
Stop them right there. Just stop them right there, because then we win.
Oh!
There we go.
Yeah.
Because then we win.
Yes, we got my
Because I
Yeah.
made it farther.
No, we didn't. Damn it.
We didn't.
Or more even.
They were more even, but we win.
Okay, we got time
Here's
for
about
one
winning.
more. That went a little bit quicker than I anticipated.
No, why?
Okay, now we're going back.
Now we're trying to go for 4 for 4.
Pretty much.
In my defense, I'm drunk.
Wouldn't it be more
high.
innocent if you were
we all.
sober? Because
Yeah,
then
like-
you would, yeah, you'd be like, I don't know how to play it.
Yeah. We're all
How many
schneckered.
players-
Who wants a bile job?
How many players are under the influence?
I have a bile jar.
Me.
This
I-
end is dead. It is deceased.
I also have
You
a
can
bile
go-
jar.
All right.
I have cracking rum right now.
So if I shoot the diesel can,
No,
it blows up?
Yes, no, do it.
Yeah, do it. Experiment. Science.
Hey man, I'm just thinking ahead.
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh.
Wow, thanks
was
for absorbing that
fast.
for me, Ben.
No problem. Well, just who cares?
How do
Yeah,
I
still
say?
ticking.
I got smoked.
How
I
do,
got smoked.
how
Yes,
do
you
I
did.
ask? What? How do I ask? What? Oh my fucking god!
All right, I'm coming to you, Ben.
Throw up on.
No, boomer.
Yeah, basically stay on the roof.
So,
I am the roof.
I was going to say, how do I play
thought-
as Boomer without being killed? But it's
Get
you
good,
know,
scrub. That's what you do.
You get.
It's a moot point now.
You, the trick is don't get hit by bullets and hit them with your attack.
Treat me like a pirate and give me that ladder. Come on.
Treat me like a pirate and give me that booty. Treat me
Ladder.
like a pirate.
Ladder pirates. The Church of Ladder Pirates. and
Jesus
the
Christ and
Latter-day-
Latter-day Pirates.
Yeah.
Ladder Day Pirate.
Charger!
Your man.
God,
Oh, I will
And the hunter.
fuck somebody.
Over here.
Whoa.
Get over here.
Saturday zombie.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Hey,
take-
I'm still alive somehow.
Okay.
good for you.
Hi.
Church of the Ladder Undead.
Now
Yeah.
we either go across the
There we
house,
go.
next to the house,
Here we go.
or
No. That goddammit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't even realize there was a grenade launcher in this game.
Yeah, me either. Until I got
it's
it.
a
Then I'm just
very
like, fuck all
no,
yours.
it's not very rare, but it's a reasonably rare drop.
It's like the chainsaw or the
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh god, there's
No.
It was worth it. It was worth it. I had to go out like that. Guys,
Oh, boy.
run. Leave me. Pedro, Alan,
get him,
go.
get him.
Don't. Ow! Crush
Run.
my
I can't
car.
go. The tank is in my way. As was that spitter.
You got it, Pedro.
1v1 me,
Thanks for
bro.
nothing.
1v1 me.
Dropped on me.
There's a charger. Oh, wait, no, that's the tank. That's just the
That's
tank.
a tank.
There's a
he's
charger and a tank.
He's charging towards you.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh man.
I can't even do my main yet. I mean attack.
I should have just bolted, but I didn't.
He had a car dropped on me.
Multiple times.
Yeah, it did. I saw that.
I like how disappointed you sound. He's like, I had a car drop.
No. It never brightens your day, Cora's gravity.
Oh
Oh,
my
it's a crowbar.
All
This
right.
wasn't a crow car.
Trying to get all Gordon Freeman.
That
Crowcar?
that's who you are. All right.
Oh no. No, sniper.
Yes, I'm Nick.
I want a fucking sniper rifle.
It's the hunting rifle.
Blam blam. Man,
Oh,
I
great.
wanted I wanted to construct more carnage with a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
For a second there, I wanted to construct more additional pylons with that.
Man, listen, I saw like 20 splines that needed reticulating.
Up the roof.
Border scout?
Hunter. I'm up the stairs.
Hunter's dead.
That didn't work.
That's brave, Scott, running out on your own.
It's not gonna matter.
Aren't I always the black man?
Shoot Snooker.
Well, you are from Africa, so it's that.
He's not from Africa though. He's from like.
You lived in Africa for a while there, didn't you,
Yeah,
Elixir?
Oh yeah.
Social assimilation.
It just means you got soul, man.
There you go.
He's got. I mean, he's got ham. That doesn't make him a hamster.
He's the hammiest.
Hey, Foxy, don't get too far.
I'm trying not to, but I just
Oh, you
like
got it, Foxy. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know who he's talking about.
He really doesn't. Ignore him 100%.
Duck down, duck off.
Yeah. Well,
Shit.
that was not a net
Keep going
positive.
on.
Oh.
That's a stupid idea, but sure.
Yeah, Hunter got me. Keep going. Oh, never mind. Thank you. Oh, fine.
All right, Boomy, you got a weird strat.
Boomy, boomy,
Is there a ladder
boomy.
right there?
Oh,
I'm waiting for my bile to respawn.
Yeah, no. At that point, just kamikaze someone. It literally takes less time to respawn than it does for that fucking attack to recharge.
me.
Boomer. Boomer.
Can't wait for you guys to do the dark side.
on.
I got two people, so that's good.
Oh, I can see it.
Let's go.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Come on down.
Smoker,
Come say hi.
down.
Hi.
Smoker down, guys. Come on.
Oh man.
Damn it.
Come on down!
Oh, I'm not dead, Scott. Why are you running away?
That looks like a horse.
Come back.
God damn it.
Scott, don't run away. Come back here,
damn it.
Scott. I want hugs.
Did you see what I did there when I charged you off the roof and said, "Come on down"?
Contestant number 1.
That was beautiful. That was just like, woo!
That was a
All
good
right,
one.
Pedro's got it. Can Pedro be patient? Patient, Pedro?
And Fox
Nope.
Taker
You've been
Phillips
spotted. Run, boy.
Ah!
Oh.
Where are we supposed to go, by the way?
Apparently
Wait,
the ground.
Heal
Deceased.
yourself if you can.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. Scott.
No,
see if we
no,
can do
no,
this.
no.
Okay.
Mr. Alert is the tank. God damn it! I never get to be the tank.
Okay.
Boomer, boomer, boomer.
Ah, damn it! I didn't get any of you. The boomer range is so short too.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Like you always think you can arc it, but like it doesn't work that
Nope.
way.
Why am I
Charger,
so
charger.
far away from the survivors?
Charger.
happened?
Jeez, guys, Charger. Come
It's
on.
very good, comrade. Must it.
Oh,
Bang,
tank.
bang.
Much dead.
Charger.
Yes.
I had the.
Get that!
Poor Scott.
God damn it!
I
Scott
had the
doesn't deal with
Molotov.
adversity very well, does he?
Wait, did he just say he has Botox?
Yes.
Molotov.
All this Botox still dead.
God damn, how
Too
how
late.
many bullets does it take to kill that motherfucker?
Oh, you killed
Oh,
Alan.
shit,
You
I'm out of
killed
ammo.
me.
All the bullets.
You just straight up chucked the car at me and I died.
Out of ammo.
Friendly fire, man. Friendly fire.
Fuck you guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, wait. I thought the.
Don't bother with the ranged attack. Just go for
Let's
the
get
go for the
straggler.
melee.
Fuck it. No! God damn it.
Knock him off the
Zombies
roof.
can hurt each other.
Oh. All right, Foxy should be slowed down a little bit.
Wild on a.
Okay, Linux Neuro's down.
Shit.
Okay, Foxy's down too.
Yeah.
We did it.
We win points wise, but yeah, they got this round.
They got this round. Alright.
Way to go.
Yay.
Because the tank was up now.
Well,
I
I
had
mean,
the Molotov for the tank.
Oh no, but I couldn't move to it.
Oh my
Scott,
god.
Scott, you
Holy
didn't get 8,008 damage. I'm disappointed in you.
Hey, car hits hard.
What are we supposed to say?
Stop the car,
Alright.
not really.
Hey, what if we turn
That's
Yeah,
so-
no, Scott just knocked out Mr. Alert, just like.
Pop romp.
Alan threw a fucking car at me as I spawned as a spitter. I'm like, what?
Nice. That's it. I had a good one.
Alright. We're gonna do one more?
Yeah, why not? We still got 2 minutes.
All right, you guys. Happy 400. I gotta head out.
All right, man.
Okay, Kylinix, thank
Take it
you.
easy.
See ya.
Bye, Kai. Love you.
See you guys. Take it easy.
Alright.
Okay. Fuck all the offs.
So, okay. How do I even play this game?
Helpful. Very helpful.
Watch out. All right. Pedro, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just
right.
running from zombies.
I just saw that you were glowing.
I think
a
I
little
got
more than
smoker.
normal.
Nope.
I'm not saying that you don't normally glow, but
You did, but he lost it.
Yeah, I got smokered again. Thank you.
dude, so much of this could be solved by a lightning bolt, man.
I mean, it would solve us too, but.
Okay.
Do you really want electric zombies though?
Yep.
No, it's
Dude,
that way.
Electric Zombie is my Rob Zombie cover band.
God damn it.
You were running on the floor.
Okay.
Whoa. I don't know where you're supposed to be going on this. This is.
Just go. That's all you have to do.
Go
Don't worry
get
about
vet.
it, that one.
Oh yeah, we need to signal the boat.
Yeah, that's,
Signal that boat. Be like, boat. Make the boat mating call.
it's on the
Alright,
roof.
I'm going up on the roof.
All right. I'm just gonna blindly
That's what
shoot
he
at shit.
I see the smoker.
Come inside. It's more defensible.
I'm boomed, so I'm.
I killed
I
the
should-
spitter. Fuck! The spitter still got a few hits on me.
Ooh.
Yes, yes, yes.
I got jockeyed. I got lid jocked.
Yay! Oh, damn it. No.
I'm gonna get exploded, aren't I?
No.
Maybe not. All right.
Let's see, I need some of this.
Should we
And
be
some
going towards the boat
this.
now?
I need some pills.
I did
All right.
summon the boat, but now we're waiting.
Yeah, now we gotta hold out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go wait closer to the boat.
Okay.
The boat takes a couple minutes.
That's great.
And also you can get knocked into the water and that kills you.
Also, zombies don't
Yeah.
come out of the water.
They don't, but the inevitably spawning tank will knock you in there and you'll
Boomer
die.
in here. Okay.
I'm
Said you hate
smoked.
boomers.
Yeah, I'm trying to get enough altitude to take the fucko up, but
Yeah, I feel you.
What the hell?
Get in.
How the hell did you even see me?
science.
Katana! Katana!
You know the spitter
katana.
is pretty visible, like glowing,
But I
visible.
was
Oh,
hiding.
nice kill, Ben.
I was hiding though.
No, you
Alright,
weren't.
You killed me while
You
you were
were in
getting...
plain sight.
Alan, cover me. I'm healing.
Watch out, lads.
Okay, I was, oh shit! You're done for.
There we go. A little bit of cover.
And there's the
how do I-
tank.
How do I play as a smoker?
I can't.
Ah, just
It's random.
got the jockey
You
on
just
me.
got taken out by a pistols.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Just
Okay,
making
someone help me? Mr. Leonard, thank you.
No!
I'm attempting to kite the tank and failing miserably.
Yay! I need some good news.
Sure. Alan, do you have them?
Where is the? No, I don't.
Hey,
Oh, I
no,
see.
he's not-
Tank on me.
God damn it.
Place.
I'll be a
There he
tank
is.
in a day or two. Tank on me.
Tanks on Ben.
What else? I'm still up.
Yeah, you are. Spinner behind
Not
you.
for long.
Ah, I can swim.
Yep. No, you can't.
You can't swim.
I can swim. I can swim. Even though I was
Yeah,
in
we
the
all
little
made it
butthole.
halfway there, but we didn't get into the boat, so.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't get to live on a prayer.
I do better as a zombie than a human.
Cool. That's the right
Okay.
attitude. Now just put it into practice.
Linux gonna rope me too.
So I need.
So I gotta be here.
I need some alti for my tood.
Alti for
Yeah,
your
you-
two?
You got a rat. You got a rat attitude.
Do bouquet.
Booty, 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 booty.
You know what? I guess I'll just do this then.
Oh, more guns.
Leave the safe area, you ditz.
Nope.
No! I like it
Of course
here.
not.
Make them take longer. It's better for us. We can think.
I think we're in a good position.
Jeez, this petrol 709.
It's the end of the world after all.
Dude, how much
Yeah.
petrol was in the? It's driving home right outside of
end of the
Atlanta.
world,
132.
as we know it. Oh, God
Oh
damn it.
my gosh. Wow.
All right.
Boom. Box, you're too far ahead.
No, it's not.
I got a few
These
hits
are-
in.
Going with Fox.
Do these
I-
people have piranhas?
I hit someone with the boom, which is nice.
Damn it. That was a big non-payoff. Sorry about that, everyone.
You think that all these people just have COVID-19?
Yes, John.
No,
That is what I
no.
think.
This was like mad cow. This was like I think the
Oh, yeah.
justification in fiction
It was
is
swine
like
flu, yeah.
it was like a burger or something, wasn't it?
This is every Stephen King short story ever written, man.
Ah!
MON, that spells something.
Yeah.
Money, money?
You're right. Go, Scott. Go. I got him down. Go.
And again?
On me. Pull that thing in.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Tried to be a sneaky.
I tried to pull someone off the roof, but then I died.
My snake is broken.
Remember, there's health and ammo inside. You get it.
Yes, use it all up now, so that you can get fucked later.
So what do you guys... Oh, no. And ammo.
That spitter needs to spit on the door. Thank you.
Spit on me, daddy.
Spit on me.
Spit on me.
Hi.
I'll be spit in a day of poo.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, god damn it. People on the roof.
You can't blame the people on the roof for all of your life problems.
Set.
That's right. That's motivational.
Yes.
Scream.
Scream for me.
Protect me, protect me.
Ah!
Oh yes. Oh yes.
No!
It's time.
Was that beneficial?
It's super beneficial.
Hit this tank. Behind you.
Uh-oh. A tank is approaching.
Ah, fuck.
So she said.
Heal. Everyone.
Thank you, tank. Thank you.
Banana tank.
Get that smoker before he gets me. Someone get me. I got the...
What you hear there, Mr. Anderson, is the sound.
Where's that tank? Get Pennywise.
That's right, stay on the roof.
God damn it, fell down.
Thanks for
There we
shooting.
go.
I love all this screaming. It makes me smile.
Damn it, what happened? Ah, motherfucker! Shit.
Alright, he's got me down. Come on, he's been burnt. Quite a crispy one. Get him.
Yeah, that problem took care of itself.
Yep.
Oh.
That didn't require any outside assistance.
Hey, Pennywise. Hey, Pennywise, how you doing?
Hi. Hi.
He's dead! Yes, come on, Scott.
Oh, we're not just down to Scott, are we?
We are just down to Scott.
We are just down to Scott.
Yes.
I did a good job. I cleaned house as tank.
Nice.
Let's go, Scott, go. Go.
There's nowhere to go with a Nintendo.
Shit.
Yeah, just let me be on.
Oh, okay.
Oh. No,
Yes.
Foxy.
Yes, good boom. Good boom.
Right.
It's closing time. All right.
Hunter on me. Yep, still on me. There we go.
So we're just toying with them at this point, right?
No, they beat us this level.
Oh, you're going down.
God damn it!
Goes the
Sorry, you beat us. So,
Pennywise.
I can just heal myself too.
That's a good smokes, Pedro.
there we go.
That was a very
no.
good smoke. It was that charger that came rushing in the other side that just saved my life.
Okay, yeah, that's
Wow. Poor Linux Kangaroo. No.
the story of my
Round
life.
There we go.
Oh,
We still
wow.
win. Woohoo!
All right.
Yes.
Well,
It was closer
Team
that
LGC
time.
plus Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
mean,
you
he's kind of
spell winning.
he's the LGC camera crew.
He is.
Yeah.
I thought that was my job.
I like we did a full round this time though.
Yeah, no, we went.
Yep.
We went
Have good
I
lotion.
think we've definitely got better at like Left 4 Dead multiplayer.
Well, I
We,
mean,
like,
okay, in all fairness, even though they have all teams, you know, we all have real-time voice chat, we got damn near a decade of team mechanics behind us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the very second we apply anything other than YOLO to it, it doesn't get very fair for anyone involved. Despite what Scott believes.
This is actually the second time I played this game, I think.
That's what you said.
Wow,
I was
you played
very
this game
lucky
before?
because it was Scott and Linux Nuru that I could have gotten with that smoke. And I got Scott, and then Linux Nuru just got plowed by
Yeah,
the
that was-
Chargers. Like,
Well,
yes.
listen, I asked, I was like, are we toying with him? And Jordan's like, no. And I'm like, okay, bye, Linux Neuro. And
Yeah.
That was perfect.
what I did was not in the name of the doctor. Okay.
I'm drunk, and this is my second time playing, so what the fuck?
Do tell, Linux Nuru. Do tell about how drunk you are.
Yeah. How many bowls of cereal have you eaten?
Got to... Oh, shit.
He's like, oh shit, I am eating cereal.
No, I've had 25 milliliters of rum so far.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I've done better.
Well, no, I mean, so far.
This ain't a fucking competition.
By the way, the person who was a tank, I'm not sure who it was at the end.
Me.
I saw you catch fire, and I saw you catch fire, and then you stopped. Did the rain put you out, or did I miss?
I was on fire for like 2 seconds. I guess the rain put
Oh,
it
so
out.
you missed the
Okay.
bottle, and it was just fire from the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water.
That's just what it looks like when you're not winning.
We won that round, but yeah, not the entire one, but that one thing.
I think the
You won that round, yes.
The effect's
That one-
cumulative.
Oh, the actual score is yeah. So you guys won eventually. Or,
Yeah.
In total, but-
That's a polite way of putting it, but yeah.
Yeah, we actually completed one of the levels, or we completed 2, and that's why we won.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we actually got to the safe room like twice. They didn't.
Right.
Yeah, the first one was mostly because I just couldn't get it good. I was
The first one was because
You gotta
Scott's
love
drunk,
Scott.
and this is
Scott's
like,
man, the only reason he lost because I just wasn't on my game. That was it.
No.
That was it. If I was been on my game, we would have had you.
Scott was drunk. This is like the 1.5 time he's played this game.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Inebriated,
And
yes.
next time he's not playing with his feet. He's going to bring the real game. He's going to use his hands.
What I'm saying is that the first round there's a couple times where they were bringing up I was bitter, but I just couldn't get in range to shoot him. Don't mind me.
I don't calculate shit like range when I'm pray and spray, baby.
You can arc the spit with the spitter. You can actually get pretty far.
You can't arc the boomer bile though, and that's
Yeah, the boomer bile is very short.
yeah. And like it's the worst too because you're so slow and you're just like
and you make a very distinctive sound. It's like, oh, there's a boomer.
Yeah, you're not exactly a
yeah.
stealth machine.
Plus the recharge on that spit is just like it is easier to die and respawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the strategy with the boomers is try to ambush people, like jump from a roof or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like at a choke point, just like spawn right next to it and then just walk in their way and blast them.
Considering I don't know any of the proper way to play any of the characters.
So we're on a level playing field, understood.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
So,
like,
smoker, you want to pull them off things and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Linux.
Smokers are really
just
good.
pick off the one that's slightly further away from anyone else. It's like,
What's great too is if like they're going into a building, wait until the last one goes in, and then just grab them. Yeah.
And there are actually some places where they intentionally make it so you can't go backwards. So if one person is slow, that one person can't be saved. They're gonna die.
Ah.
And there's also some places
and
where
hunters, I'm assuming, are supposed to be sneaky.
Well, no,
Hunters,
not
no,
really.
no.
You gotta crouch to use the hunter ability. That's it. You just gotta hold shift.
And the distance you fly before you hit the target is actually going to increase your damage. So if you're a really good hunter, how anyone can really do it. If you go from like a 10-story building and land right on top of them, they'll go instant.
This is why you people get angry and don't enjoy games like I do. I'm just fucking around blowing shit up.
Yep.
Well, that's where I get drunk, because who cares?
And
You do apparently, because you're always complaining about how drunk you are.
What do you mean? Bragging. So much complaining is oh, whatever.
The only winning move is not to play.
The only winning move is alcohol poisoning.
What I wonder if there's like a winning moo.
Like in a word winning moo?
Where you could just drop like the perfect moo and just fuck everybody's day up. Hey man, I'm just saying, if you want to practice social distancing, moo.
So what you do is you carry around a Bluetooth speaker playing Linux GameCast and a Use Me t-shirts while you just like moo at people.
You could moonwalk.
you could moonwalk while you moo and walk.
No moo walk.
What's moo walk? Show me a moo walk.
Stand like up. Walking with more moo.
I need a demonstration.
No, man, if you're Swedish, you can do the Umu.
Well, I'm not.
That's your own problem.
Yeah, that's why I need you, a Swedish
you gotta stop projecting.
Projecting my Swedishness?
No,
on
you moo.
Well, that's how you get people to hear it. You moo. Project it.
You move
Shoot
them?
it. You can move them.
But can you utter the true moo?
Yes, you can utter the true.
I mean, some might consider that cheesy.
You just got dunked on, son.
I consider it a load of bull, personally.
I mean, if you have a speech impediment, you could be the moo moo.
If you moosed.
Yeah.
I don't. What?
So it's a real catastrophe. If you.
Catastrophe.
My God.
High stakes game, baby.
Yeah.
Where is Steve's husband?
It's gotten to that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever gotten a bull high?
Well, you know what? Steve would get involved, but he's a bit of a coward.
I'm telling you, get a saddle, give a cow some edibles. You haven't lived. I mean,
oh my God. Steve's husband, did you hear that?
I wonder how cows metabolize THC. This is why I shouldn't be a vet.
So apparently it actually stresses dogs out.
Okay.
Like,
what does?
So like humans have like cannabinoid receptors in their brains because like it's in breast milk. Your brain naturally produces them as well. Like THC is just a cannabinoid from an external source. So in humans it elicits like a calming effect. Apparently in dogs it elicits a stress effect. So.
Oh yeah, they go nuts.
So what if you fed dogs humans?
They'd be full.
Okay.
Of human.
Right on. Valid strat.
They'd go feral, I guess.
Do cows
This is better than
get
going
high
aspire.
from
At least
eating
it's to make
cannabis?
games.
I'm not sure cows would because.
On that bombshell, we got to cue the happy night music.
Aww.
Yeah. You know what? Buy me some time. I got to find it because I had to redo
Da
the
da
Yeah.
da 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 da. Yeah, just make sure it's entirely out of sync. Yeah, just make it as discordant as possible. It's like a row your boat from hell.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Shoo moo. Row ahead. You should have came and played with us, man. Damn. You know what? I don't even apologize for Pedro anymore. I'm just used to it.
He's waving his
At
hands
this
in
point,
the
you should
air
just
like he
accept
just
it.
doesn't care.
He is, man. I'm telling you, when that boy shaves his armpits one time, you never hear the end of it. Beautiful people. We have to pull the net. No one wants to see that.
I didn't actually.
Nope. Nope. Too real. Too real.
And that's how we got banned off Twitch. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see you next week.
Bye,
Same
everyone.
bad time, same bad channel. You know what? It's brilliant. Why on Discord for a minute and say our parting moves. Ah. See you later.
Oh my
next
God.
week.
Whatever behooves us.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Oh my God.
Where's the queef, Jill?